We're here. Hello, everybody. It's Uncle Bruce. Good morning. It's Monday, the week of weeks for everything. Oh my gosh. Guess what Friday is? The 19th of March. Oh, I can't wait between now and then. This should be fun. Till Daddy takes the T-Bird away. Guys, how are you doing? Welcome to your Uncle Bruce here on Stock Markets with Bruce. We are up a little bit on a couple of stocks. I'm happy to report. AMC, $12.22, up $1.06 in the pre-market. There are people going, good to see it going up. Yes, I'm happy that it's going up because I know a bunch of you out there are on the edge of panic, worrying about it. A lot of you out there, you won't admit it, but you got credit card money on this stock. I know it. There's a whole bunch of people into this stock that are just on the edge of their wits' end, hoping and praying that it'll come back. And I'm hoping for the best for all of you out there, whether you're long at 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 or 14 or 16 or 18, wherever you're long, I'm praying for you folks that you can get something out of this thing. I'm hoping. GameStop up a little bit this morning. It was what is it now? 274.50. Got to like 283, 82, 82 maybe. It touched 280, kind of touched it, but it's really been around 278 to 279. And not a lot of conviction there this morning. But we'll take all the little handouts we can get. But this is going to be an interesting week, to say the least. What is going to happen with the opening this morning? What's going to happen with option expiration and exercising from Friday we just had? What's coming up this Friday? How many contracts outstanding for all stocks, but meme stocks in particular? How many will be in the money by Wednesday and Thursday this afternoon? By how far? Like, not just in the money, but how far in the money? Because the more some of these contracts, these option contracts, are in the money, especially those written before January, before December, when they were, when an out of the money call for GameStop was like $50, like, oh, it's like 5 times higher than the $10 price it's trading at. People were buying $50 calls and paying probably $4 a contract or $5. I mean, just, that was like the gamble of gambles. And March 19th expiry date, because that's the end of the first quarter. Yeah, they're in the money, all right, and they're in the money big time. Same with AMC. I mean, got to be realistic here. AMC back in December, November. Just taking a look at the chart here. Let me just take a peek here. 6-month report. Yeah, I mean, look at September, and it was 460, and then in October 15th, the stock was 278 range, $3, 290. November 25th, 450 a share for AMC, and then back in the first week of December, it was $2. It was 198 on the 6th of January. So if anyone out there was really into the story that AMC was going to have a squeeze, a run, a promotion, an explosion of wealth, anybody bought, $10 calls, they were way out of the money. I mean, hey, $8 calls, $6 calls, triple out of the money. I mean, this stock hadn't seen $6 a share in I don't know how long. This was a big gamble by people to pick up contracts. I mean, I think the stock in September 2020 was $7, and in June of 2020 was $6. And I'm just going to go back further here. I'll go back 3 years here. I'm just using a chart on Market Watch, so forgive me for being a little slow here. But it looks like back in, it was $21, $21.50 in 2018, September 18. That's the last time the shares ever saw 20. It's 2018. When they were making money, selling all their seats, doing what they were doing as a movie theater, like everybody else. There was no thought of a pandemic coming our way. So fantastic. And then it went down to, 191 in the last 52 weeks. So anyone who bought contracts that were $5 exercise, when the stock was $2, and bought $6, $7, this Friday, those are in the money. Now, question, of course, is the guys who wrote the contracts, were thousands picked up back then? I don't think so. Because the stock wouldn't have been 190 if the Reddit people were all over it. I mean, when that explosion happened in January, that's when we saw the explosion of option writing out of the money, right? So it wasn't beforehand that I could really tell. However, since January, obviously, AMC went to the $20 mark-ish and has come back, and a lot of option speculators have been buying out of the money calls back, early February to a few weeks ago, a couple days ago. But the question here is, will the stock reach $15 this week and put a whole bunch of contracts from 15 and 14 and 30 all the way back into the money, or not? Will the stock go higher than that? The question is why, how, and for how long, and sustained, and can it even go beyond that? Can it go beyond $20 a share? Everyone wants to know. What I know is that if I'm asked my opinion on anything, including AMC, there will be those who like it, who don't like it, and are neutral. Those who like it will go, just what I thought, or that's kind of what I heard. Those who don't like it, they range. There are all kinds of folks who don't like my opinion. There's all kinds of them. And some of these folks are the kind of guys who are so into it with everything they've got, which is wrong. They're into it with probably mortgage money, rent money, you name it, borrowed money, leverage, margin money. I mean, we're all in. There are people who are into AMC all in. And I am praying for these folks. I am really praying. I have seen carnage in my 45 years through margin trading and so on that is undescribable. And I've seen it happen to clients, and I've seen it happen to their brokers. Again, though, I'm old school. I remember when I, as a stockbroker, dealt with clients on a one-on-one basis in person. And people would want to speculate. And I remember some of my salesmen who would go out for drinks at the end of the day of the market with their 3 or 4 best clients. I mean, and they would just get hammered together and they would scheme together. And then the customer would say, oh yeah, let's buy this stock and borrow against it because it's going to the moon. I mean, this is not a new story, the stock going to a moon. 70s, 60s, 50s. Anyway, in the oil days, when I was, in the business, the home run was you bought a penny stock that was an oil and gas company, or a penny stock that was a mining company, and you were waiting for assay results, waiting for drilling results, seismic results. You were waiting for some kind of news that would tell you that this little tiny exploration company was involved with one of the biggest oil fields, with easily recoverable oil, or they were involved with a gold mine or a diamond mine or a nickel mine or a silver mine in Nevada, in British Columbia, wherever. And then the guys would roll the dice. And yeah, we had guys in the 70s and the 80s who were, they had 10 grand and you could buy a new car for $6. So 10 grand was like $100,000+ today. You could buy a house for $80,000 back then. They'd walk in with 10 grand and borrow 10 grand from the broker, buy stock at $4 a share that had been promoted up from $2.50 to $4 based on the hype of the expected announcement at any moment in time on what happened in the field. And I had brokers who would have, 15 clients that were into this stuff and, margin to the nines. And, now someone would come out and it would be okay. There would be something there, but it wouldn't be the El Dorado of mines. It wouldn't be like the gold vein of gold veins, or it wouldn't be an oil play that was, going to really transform this company into a serious contender or a takeover target. And because everyone was in it, and not just my brokers and their clients, every brokerage house in the city was in it. Every broker Western Canada, bunches in Ontario. I mean, we were getting orders from Ontario brokers to buy this stuff, all on the Alberta Exchange or the Vancouver Exchange, and it was just hype, hype, hype. It couldn't go any direction but down because there was no one left to buy it. Everyone who bought it had it. There was no one left to give it to anymore. And if the results were mediocre, it was game over. If the results are spectacular, which almost never happened, but once in a blue moon, you get a decent announcement, the stock might go up 20, 30% and then collapse because everybody wanted out because everyone's over leveraged. Everyone's got everything in it. I mean, we had customers who went to their banks and borrowed against their credit card. You guys don't know this from the 70s and 80s, but if you had a Visa card or a MasterCard back then those days, and you wanted a cash advance on your MasterCard, you had to go to your bank and go to the teller and ask for a cash advance. You couldn't just go to an ATM in 1979 or 82. That feature didn't exist yet. You had to go into your bank and do a cash advance. And you walked in and say, I want a $5,000 cash advance on my $6,000 limit credit card, which means I'm going to pay you 22% interest because it's the highest rate that they're going to charge. It's 22% interest on this cash. And the investor's going, this is just short term. This is just a quick flip. I'm just getting into this deal and it's going to work out. And then I'm going to sell out and I'm going to walk right back to that branch and I'm going to give them that $5,000 back and it's $100 in interest, whatever I have to pay. No problem. That's how it's going to go. And they would take all their credit cards. The wife would have two, the husband would have two, and they would just max, and they'd call the bank for credit limit increases and just max out. And they would walk into the broker with bank drafts because you wouldn't walk in with cash. You'd walk in with bank drafts for $15,000, $20,000, and let's buy $40,000 worth of this stuff. Absolutely, we're all the way in. This is the payoff because if this stock goes to $20 a share from $5, we've quadrupled the total amount of money, and we're into this for $40,000. It's worth $160,000. That is two houses. Today in Calgary, the average price of a house is $550,000. This is $1.1 million equivalent money if this comes in. Does that sound familiar to any of you out there who are playing this market right now? I'm going to become a millionaire. And these folks would walk in and just be convinced that this is going to happen. And the brokers were excited because they got all these commissions to buy all the stock and the hype and the excitement. The phone is ringing all the time and the brokers are just on top of this whole story. And then the announcement comes out and it's either an out and out disaster, it's a mediocre result, it's an okay result, but it's not good enough for the stock because it's priced to perfection. And then it's heartache and the stock is at $3 and everyone is believing that it's going to come back. It's just a temporary lull. There's more results coming in 2 weeks because they're going to drill a second well anyway, and they're doing more assaying results on the mining. We'll just keep it going. Let's keep it going, and people will somehow find more money to cover the margin call to stick around. And 2 weeks later, another announcement comes out, and it's okay, but it's not the payoff. And we're at 250, and now the sellouts begin because margin is not allowed. In those days, margin was not allowed on $2 stock or less. Nowadays, it's $5 or less. It all depends on the firm, wherever you are. But anyway, in my time, had to be $2 stock minimum to have a 50% margin, and below that, it was unmarginable. And once we got to that 250 range, we, the brokerage house, I'm management, right? I'm the manager of the brokerage house going, I got to haul these guys. I got to haul my broker in one by one, and I got to tell them, look, Toronto is on my ass. You got to get your guys out, because your book is blown out of the proportion. Your book at $4 a share, $4.50 a share was, 3/4 of your value was this stock. Now 1/4 of your book is this stock, but 3/4 of all the debts your clients have are to do with this stock. You got to sell them out and get money from them because they're upside down. And these guys, the tears. Just agony. Brokers are ruined because now they got to make those calls. Those were not fun phone calls. And the drinks didn't happen at the end of the day anymore, and the clients weren't friends with them anymore, and relationships were ruined overall. And all the clients' buddies and friends who were all into the stock with their brokers refer to this one guy and that broker as the bum, as the naysayer of falsehoods, and then all the conspiracy theories came out, and it just all went downhill. This is from a guy who was in the business. All right. I was there and I had to deal with this stuff. And I would desperately talk to these guys as the stocks were running up. And I would tell them, don't overexpose your clients. For God's sake, you can't do it because it's your career on the line. It's not just your client's money. It's also your career and your mortgage payment. Does your wife make enough money to pay all your bills if you make nothing? What if you what if you quit? What if you just pack it in? You're shell shocked. You're blown out. You can't work for 6 months because you're suffering from PTSD from the brokerage thing. Are you okay? Are you going to be all right? These guys are looking at me like I'm nuts. They're going, what are you talking about? This thing's going to the moon. This is a sure thing. It's a lock. It's a lock. This is so overshorted. This thing is there's so many naysayers out there who are going to get their brains handed to them. This stock is going to go. But it didn't happen. And there were casualties, lots of casualties. But this happened every couple of months. We have another one. We got another one. We got another one. Because in the oil patch, hope springs eternal. In the mining business, hope springs eternal. We're just 50 miles west of Calgary. Our mountains full of minerals. Up and down Alberta and British Columbia. Oh my God. All of Alberta and Saskatchewan is drowning in oil and natural gas. You just got to know where to drill the hole at the right payoff zone, at the right depth, to get the right pressure, to the right mix, to make it a commercial viable oil field. Well, unfortunately, you can have oil pockets all over a certain area of land that can cover thousands of hectares, and there is no oil field there. There will be an oil field way down there in about 1 million more years as the tectonic plates shift and the pressure keeps going and the decay happens. And eventually there'll be oil down there, but we're 1 million years too early. And well, where you're drilling now, where you think is liquids, there's liquids. Hot salt water. That's what's down there. Hot salt water. And it comes out and you're praying that there's at least 10% oil in that thing, in that water, or 20% or 30%. You somehow then separate it out and get the oil to market. But no, if it's like 0.1%, 1% oil, you're done for. And so many times we saw disappointments on such promising. But then we were asking ourselves, well, if this property is so good, how come Exxon isn't here? How come Chevron isn't here? How come the big boys, the really funded big boys who have the sophisticated seismic data, they have all the geological data, they got the best landmen, they got the best guys. How come they're not here? How come all these partners in this little play, this little oil play, how come they're all $1 stock to $5 stock each company? And they've got barely enough money, and I mean barely enough between them to drill 5 holes, experimental 5 drill holes. And all they're hoping for is that they can hit a couple of pockets of decent oil. They then bring additional seismic in to figure out where we're at now, because we got a real well here. We'll put instruments down here and see how much oil is here, how thick is the pay zone, what's the production potential, and what's the end game? We're going to sell this thing off. We're going to sell off 60% of the 100% interest we have to a major, if we can convince one to take it off our hands, for a cash deal, and we'll hold 40%. They'll pay all the operating and they'll run it, and now we've got a royalty coming out. And that's our company maker. We're a company maker. And I saw small little companies that had 4 guys in the office with a receptionist, and they would team up with the former buddies of theirs who were with larger companies, and they would take in a 2% stake, a 5% stake in different exploratory spots, and just spread their bets to try to make a go of it. And if they could hit one of them, and they had a 2% interest in a field that was going to have 100 producing wells, they had enough cash flow coming in now to pay the office, the salaries, maybe bring in 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, more cash than they need to get by on, which they can then use to get into other deals. So maybe one deal a year. They got like $250,000 a year. This is again 1980. This is going way back. 200 grand in 1980 is like $1 million today. They'd have $1 million today to get in for another 1% interest or 2% interest with another play, and just keep gambling. And if they can get 3 or 4 of these over a decade together, they could then perhaps convince the street, the brokerage community, to do a secondary offering and raise maybe $5 or $10 million on the strength of the assets that they've got over here. And now they can buy into producing fields and now get a percentage of that, and do the conservative thing, which is exploit a producing field to a larger extent down the road. I saw more heartache than I can shake a stick at. look how young this face is. I've been around, baby. I've seen it all. And AMC right now, there are people in AMC with everything they've got too much, way too much at too high a price because they were hyped in and they were just so excited. I get it. I've seen this. I know this. The reality, though, is look at the corporation underneath the stock. Forget about what could happen with short selling or what could happen with failure to delivers and all that. Same with GameStop. You can do it. You do this comparison. At the end of the day, you got to come back to the company itself. What is the situation with each outfit? And on AMC, I did some due diligence because I was accused of not doing my due diligence when I commented on it, even though I didn't want to comment on it. For 2 weeks, I didn't want to comment on it. Finally, I made a mention about, well, we're in a pandemic, But I got a couple of points here that I want to just bring out to your attention. Those of you do know or don't know, from where I sit as a former stockbroker, investment advisor, desk trader, partner in a brokerage firm, from an industry perspective, as a retired guy who's seen it all, and not everything, but all. And here's a couple of little pointers for you. Okay, in 2019, so that was 2 years ago, there were 103 million shares outstanding for AMC. 103 million total. All right, and of that, a big chunk of that stock was held by Dillian Wanda Corporation Ltd, a Chinese private conglomerate that ended up with something like 47% of the voting power because they had a bunch of Class B shares that had 5 votes per share versus Class A shares, which is what you trade, that have 1 vote per share. They had 47% of the voting power. They ran that thing, and they may have had even a higher percentage because they weren't as diluted as they are now. Today, these guys have already converted their stock. They've gotten out of the Class Bs. They have, in effect, practically walked away from control of the company. They now own 9.8% of the votes, and all their stock is Class A stock, which sets them up potentially to sell their stock in the open markets. Free trading stock, they can walk whenever they want. We don't know if they're going to walk. I have no idea, but my hunch is that they were the group that kept finding money to keep the company going and expanding through 17, 18, 19, 20. And maybe they were instrumental in helping the company survive to this point in time. And maybe they signed a deal that a covenant for one of the financings that they've done in the last year that they agreed to walk away from the votes and now open it up to Class A shareholders because they've sold a lot of additional Class A shares to new investors who now all have 1 vote each. And it could be that these guys might be voted out by an activist investor or 2 or 3, or the investors that own a big chunk of the company now. I'm speculating there. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm making you aware of it, just doing my due diligence. 103 million outstanding in 2019 was the story, was the situation. Today, 2021, March, because they just had their annual report, last week, 2 weeks ago. Now in March, there are 377 million shares outstanding. That is all, not quite, but close to four times as many shares. And 55 million are short, 55.4 approximately. That's 14.8% of the official free float that's out there. Now, when there was 103 out and when there was 117 million out in 2020, 54 million short was a lot of stock. But when you got 377 million outstanding now, hedge funds can borrow this thing till the cows come home. This is so easy to borrow now. There's another 320 million additional shares electronically out there, and these guys can get their hands on it. So they're going to sit with their short positions. No one is squeezing them in. I'm sorry. No one is going to squeeze them in. I don't think so. Someone could try to run the market. Someone could try to buy $1 billion worth of AMC right now. Try to run the stock to 15, 18, 20 bucks. These guys will short more because they can borrow 300 million more with the billions they've got. They'll short $1 billion more. They'll sell the $1 billion to the guys buying the $1 billion. I don't see them being afraid. Debt outstanding in 2016, 3.7 billion was owed in in 2016. As of now, best guess I have, 5.7 billion is outstanding in debt. And the debt interest levels in the latest issuances that they've done have gone from 10.5% to 15 to 17% interest they're paying for money. This is all junk bonds, all junk notes. None of these bonds they've issued in the last 6-8 months, a year, are AAA or anything like that. It's all junk. So most mutual funds can't buy this stuff. They can't fund it. Pension funds cannot buy the debt because it is rated too low for their rules of investment. So it's the junk debt market is where they're going. Now, kudos to these guys. In April 2000, they raised 500 million cash by issuing notes good until 2025 for 10.5%. July 2020, they exchanged 1.46 billion in bonds for 2 billion in new bonds, which gave them another 500 million cash. In July, they also took up 270 million note at 10.5%. Then they offered stock in December 31, and in January 21, they issued 91 million shares for $272 million. That's around $3 a share. Then 187 million shares for 596 million, call it $600 million. That's less than $4 a share. They diluted their company by a ton to get more money. That's 270 million shares. Then they issued 22 million shares for 104 million in January. Plus, they issued and were able to grab 100 million more in cash for between 15 and 17%. And in January, they issued 600 million in notes, which they exchanged 600 million in debt for 44 million in stock at $13.51 a share. Brilliant move of all time. Absolute brilliant move by these guys to get stock out at $13 a share when they were just selling it a few weeks earlier at $4 and $5. They now got 600 million into stock. But what got me wondering is I'm wondering who held that debt? Who held that 600 million? And it could well have been the Chinese themselves. Could have been Dalian Wanda Group that may have just swapped their 600 million debt for paper at 13 to give it a good look. It just made the stock bloom and blossom. The market went up to $20 because the thinking was it's going to the moon. This is it. It didn't last, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say. They've now since February done a new issuance of debt in Europe, in the UK, 140 million pounds and 296 more million pounds. I think they're reorganizing existing debt out there to keep going. So at the end of the day, from a corporate point of view, not talking about short issuances and short squeezes and failure delivers and options outstanding out of the money and all this stuff, but from a corporation, these guys are about 6 billion in debt now. They're probably coughing up about 10 to 12% interest on that money. And that has to come from cash flow from the box office. It's not going to come from anywhere else. They don't have, I don't see a strategy to, quote, digitize this company, because I don't know how they can do that. They have movie theaters around the world. More are opening up. Great. They need Hollywood to release movies. They need Hollywood to give them inventory to show that is current and new and highly promoted. Hasn't happened yet. We're watching ads on TV. The Easter season is coming very shortly. Then there's the May long weekend time coming. Is that Memorial Day? That'll be a big push. And then, of course, we have July 4th, big push for movies. So the hope by July is AMC will be running full bore with a wide open U.S. economy. People will have been vaccinated left, right, and center, and away we go. The only fly in the ointment between now and the summer and the fall and moving forward, and this is for everybody out there, not just AMC, the variants of the virus. If we get a rebound of the variants, we could be in for trouble. A second, like a fifth shutdown. I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one it'll be. But there could well be certain areas of the U.S. that will go into immediate lockdown again. They'll shut down the movie theaters. They'll shut down the restaurants. They'll shut down the bars, the gyms. I mean, they'll close it off, because if the variants cannot be contained by the vaccines that are being discovered, we've got ourselves round 2 of this damn thing. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I don't want it to happen. I'm just saying it might happen. And that could upset the apple cart for AMC and their game plan, because their game plan is to open up their theaters, have Hollywood release their movies, especially movies delayed that we know about, and all the new blockbusters coming out, fill up the house, and let's sell popcorn, pop, and everything else, and everything else they can do to get people to come in the front door. Are they a takeover target? No, they're not. Are they going to go digital? No, they're not. I can't see that. They have leases with landlords who have been very forgiving and very patient to wait it out, and they've cut new deals, they've cut new arrangements, new lease arrangements. They are locked in to their theaters. Now, there are certain theaters that they're letting go. Certain theaters they've dropped, locations that maybe not so profitable in 2019, 20. They've let them go. Smart move. That's what all businesses do. It's always a turnover. There are new subdivisions with new malls coming out. We hope, maybe some have been on delay. There may be new AMCs to replace some of the older AMC. Yeah, sure. That's a turnover thing. No surprise to me. But you've got competition. AMC has Regal and other theater chains that are out there. And Hollywood, of course, is bleeding money like you cannot believe as well. And they're looking for the best deal they can get for their product, which is their films. And Hollywood has options at their disposal now they didn't have a year ago before the pandemic. And that option is Hollywood can go digital and do an end around Regal and AMC and anyone else. They can go direct to consumer, either with a straight out release of a blockbuster through a paid service, or they can do a deal with an existing outfit like a Netflix, or maybe work a deal with other carriers that are out there providing digital content. Or they go to the theaters and say, AMC, we're giving you 30 days. You got 30 days exclusive for these. You and Regal and all these guys. You have 30 days exclusive to show these movies. And at the end of 30 days, we're going digital. Because we've already got 50 million people signed up, 40 million, 60 million, 80 million. We have access to 500 million around the world. We're going digital because we know that our movies will be pirated within 2 weeks of release, and they're out there anyway. So we're going to corner that market by just doing this and play that game. This is bad news for movie theaters, because it used to be that it would take a year before a movie would ever show up in any kind of format, like a DVD at Blockbuster, or it would take 9 months for Blockbuster to get it. I remember when Blockbuster used to get movies like 3 or 4 months or 5 months after release, and we thought, wow, I can get a movie after only 5 months after it was in the theater. This is fantastic. Now it's down to 30 days, and now it's even going less than that, because if you watch the Oscars, you watch the Golden Globes, you watch them hand out the awards, who's making these movies? A lot of movies now are being made by the distributors directly. That's Netflix and that's HBO. They're not interested in going to a movie theater ever. There's product being produced on camera on what we call film. In the old days, we called it film, going right to the box digitally, and it's coming right to here. And soon you're going to watch movies with your virtual reality glasses, your virtual headsets, through your phone in 3D. You don't have to go to an IMAX theater. That's coming. And then there's the home systems that have been marketed unbelievably. How many new theater systems have been built in the last year by families who are stuck at home? They've now built their own mini theater. They got the money, and their movie going days will drop. It might be imperceptible. It might be 0.5%, 1%, 1.5%. But as it goes forward, the movie theaters are up against it. And it's the big world in which we live. The stock of AMC, it's at 12.10 on the pre-market. I'm thrilled. I really am. I am happy because I have a lot of viewers, and a few other guys out there have a lot of viewers who own this stuff. I'm thrilled when I talk to a person one-on-one and they tell me, well, here's my portfolio, Bruce. What do you think I should do? And they tell me they have AMC and GameStop and this and that and this and that. And it's all cash. I'm going, oh, good. Oh, okay, I'm not dealing with someone who's all in. I don't get calls for $400 an hour US from people who are all in with credit card and everything else. They can't afford to hire me. They're all in. They're the ones who are just wrecks, nervous wrecks. And unfortunately, a bunch of folks have attacked yours truly over the weekend. because of a video I uploaded the other day, which was actually a bunch of clips from a live show I had done earlier that obviously no one was watching. We put the video out, and it started with an AMC comment, and the channel went ballistic about, oh, you've sold out the shills, you've become a hedgie, you've turned to the other side, I'm unsubscribing from you, and all that. I'm sorry, folks. I'm allowed my opinion, because that's what this is. This is Bruce talking about the market in plain English as he sees it. And you don't like it, I can't help you. I cannot and will not lie to you and just say something that I don't believe in. I'm not going to play that game. You may find others who will tell you the way you want to hear it. Fine. That works for you. If it works for you and you can make money doing it, great. You got it going on. But in a year or two from now, you've made a whole bunch of investments following a whole bunch of different people out there, whether they're bloggers, vloggers, newsletter guys, course offers. I mean, there's a million people out there giving a million bits of advice. Everyone is welcome to the party, and all of you are welcome to go wherever you want for your guidance, of course, because I'm just one guy. But unfortunately, I cannot sit here and say, oh yeah, you should put everything you have into AMC, you can make a killing. I can't see it because I see the corporate story underneath. Unlike GameStop, they have 70 million shares outstanding last year. They had 105 million shares outstanding, 4 years ago? They have 70 million shares outstanding now. They haven't issued any new stock during the entire pandemic. Their debt level is quite low compared to their cash level. They haven't raised any money. They haven't had to raise a dime. They haven't diluted their company whatsoever. And they're now converting into a digital format, which is completely understandable and makes sense. And it's doable. They're going to go completely digital, or maybe 80% digital, 85, and have a few stores left over. Within a few years, we'll see. They go from 5,600 stores at the height to 5,000 stores now to 1,000 stores in 3 years, 500 stores in 5 years that are more like super. I don't know. We'll see, but they're not going to be the same in 5 years. AMC will be exactly the same if they survive that long 5 years from now. They will have giant theaters with a whole bunch of screens, easy to park in big parking facilities, beautiful facilities, great movie theater chain to go and see a movie. Their game plan is to keep it going the way they're going. Will they have virtual reality glasses someday? Yeah, probably. They've got the loungers now. Yeah, they're evolving in the theater business, but they're in the theater business. They're not in the delivery of merchandise business. They don't make movies. They don't have their own product. They must get product from entities, studios that produce product. Studios need AMC. They need Regal. They need all the movie chain. They need them, but they now have more options at their disposal to distribute their product than ever before. And this is where I worry about the underbelly of weakness for movie theater chains, in that our attention span and our demands for the latest version of whatever came out, we used to be patient and we would wait a year for the movie to show up on a DVD or a VCR. Then we were patient. We waited 9 months. Then we waited 6 months. Then it got to 3 months. Now blockbuster movies are miraculously showing up on pay-per-view type services much sooner, and I think will be very short-fused. And this lessens the chance of AMC to have a 1 year run on like The Godfather. Godfather 2. The movie, The Godfather and Godfather 2, they were in the theaters for 6-8 months. Every weekend sold out for 6 months because you couldn't see The Godfather anywhere else. You had to go to the movie theater. All of the Indiana Jones movies, the Star Wars movies, back in the 70s. I'm talking the 70s before most of you were born. The 70s and the 80s, you had to go to the theater. That's the only place you could go and see this. And you had to pay your 6 or 8 or 10 or 12, whatever it was. And that $5 thing of popcorn that's worth 50 cents, and the big thing of cola that's 25 cents to make, and you're paying $2.50 for it. I don't know what you're paying now. It was ridiculous, but it was a night out. It was a getaway from the house, because on TV, we didn't have this stuff to watch. There was no subscription service in 1982 that I could watch all the latest blockbuster movies that had come out in the last 6 months. Didn't have it. We have it now. And we're going to continue to get it. And this is where the AMC guys are really fighting an uphill battle, as are Regal and all the other chains. I'm not picking on AMC. I don't want you to think he hates AMC and he's a shill and he's a hedgy guy. It's just a guy talking in front of a computer in Creston, British Columbia, in a town of 5,000 people. This is the thing that I laugh about, people saying he's a shill for the hedge funds. Yep, they found a guy in a town in British Columbia with 5,000 people to attack AMC. Brilliant move by the hedge funds. These guys are geniuses. Yeah, that's me. I'm sorry. I confess. You caught me red-handed. I'm the guy. Hate me or not, it's just the way it is, and we're just trying to follow the story as best we can. And it's nothing personal. It's just about making money. That's all it is. It's just making money. Can you buy the stock at this price and sell it at this price? If half of you folks were shorters, you'd love what I'd be saying. And if half of you were longs, you'd hate what I'm saying. But it isn't that way. 99% of you watching me are long players. You don't short the stock. You don't own puts. You own call contracts, and you bought the stock. You're thinking one way only. And the pros are against you. And they got more money than you have. Way more money. And they got this. They got time, because they've got cash that costs them no interest to do what they have to do. A lot of you out there are borrowing money to play this stock, and every hour, every day, every week that goes by, you're paying more to hold your position, and you're leveraged. And this thing drops to $5. There will be a tidal wave to 3 because of the forced sellouts. It's coming. It would happen. I hope it doesn't. I'm praying it doesn't. I'm hoping you guys have a run here, and a bunch of you folks can lessen your position to take the margin off, get your credit cards paid off, get back to cash. If this thing goes to 14, 15, please, God, sell enough to get unleveraged from this investment so that you're holding it with pure cash that doesn't have to be borrowed or leveraged. But I know that's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen, because it never happens. You say you're going to do it, but you don't do it, because you get greedy and you get excited and you're going, well, it's at 14. We're on our way to 20, and then we're on our way to 40. It's going to happen. Stock hasn't been in 40 in how many years? Never been to 60, never been to 100. It's going. I don't know how a stock with almost 400 million shares is going to go to $40 a share. That's a $16 billion value of a company that doesn't own any real estate per se. They have maybe 1/10 of the theaters. They own them. The rest are all rented. They own nothing. That's all inventory that they can be written off to zero at any time. They don't own the content. They don't own the real estate. They don't own the parking lot. If they own the parking lot of the theater, they charge you $5 to park there. They don't own the parking lot. They have no other income sources. It's box office, popcorn, food. Come on in with a few other items and another few other ways of making money, but it's less than 1%. These guys need people to come and watch movies. And in the middle of a pandemic, it's tough. And in another wave, if we get another wave, this could be the end of it. This could do them in, because landlords might just throw their hands up in the air and go, you guys are so over leveraged now. We've carried you for all this time, and we don't know how long the second wave will last, or the third wave, or the fifth wave. I'm not sure which wave to call it anymore. If Italy is in a national shutdown now, again, no movies in Italy. If this spreads to Spain, Austria, Switzerland, Germany, Czechoslovakia, France, the UK, Europe will be shut down. That means all operations for AMC European are shut down. That's a portion of 20% of their theaters. This thing comes to the US, and it will. Why? Because America isn't closed. They're allowing flights back and forth. Mandatory 2-week quarantine? Nope. You can come into the US and off you go and spread it all you want. And you can go to Texas, baby, and you can walk around Texas without a mask. Florida, no mask. Come on in, kids, and let's party. Spring break is coming up in Florida. The mayor of Miami is already begging people, don't show up. Don't come here. Please don't come here. Please, God, don't come here. Please, no, don't come. They're coming. They're coming. The students are coming. They want to party, and it's just going to be mayhem. And watch the counts of the virus just around the corner. Sorry, but anyway, it is the way it is, and I'm just doing what I can to say, this is my opinion. You don't like it? It's okay. It's all right. No hard feelings. No hard feelings. You can hate me all you want, but here's what I'm saying. You listen to it or you don't. It's your call. I want to give a shout out to 4 buddies of mine. On Sunday, I noticed a video pop up, a live show that had been recorded with 4 gentlemen who are also doing what I do to tell you what they think is happening out there. And they were interested. They had been notified during their, I think, 2-hour telecast. Sometime during the telecast, they were notified that I had just uploaded a video. This must have been Saturday. Yeah, this was Saturday, because that's when I uploaded my video. This was Saturday. And they were doing a live show for a couple hours. And about halfway in, they heard from a viewer, Uncle Bruce just uploaded a video slamming AMC, slamming it. Oh, they had to see this. So they played my video on the air live. You have my permission. It's okay. I know it's a copyright violation to take someone else's video and just put it out on your channel. You have my permission. I'm not complaining. It's all right. And then they commented on what I had to say. They only played the first 3 minutes. The video was 8. They didn't want to hear the other part of the show. It's all right. No hard feelings, no problems. I'm a YouTuber. You're a YouTuber. I've been on a couple of channels for the guys. Down the road, I'm sure we'll collaborate again. You know, we'll do what we can. But the hatred that was coming out from viewers to them about me was quite interesting to watch, and it spilled over into my channel, and it came right in hard. And there were a whole bunch of folks who unsubscribed, and so I actually lost subscribers on Saturday and Sunday. But I'm supposed to, because I gain subscribers Monday to Friday when I'm live, and then I lose them, or I don't gain as many on the weekend. And this particular video definitely had a slip. It's all right. I think it was 150 subscribers or something like that. I don't know. It's nothing serious. But it's all fair in love and war. It's the way it goes. And I have no hard feelings to any of the guys. They're entitled to what they want to say on their channels. As they know, I'm entitled to say whatever I want. And then we have to deal with the fallout. They have to deal with their fallout. I have to deal with my fallout. And I have to go in with my eyes open, knowing that some of you out there are watching me to pounce at a moment's notice on what it is I'm saying, because you're not going to like me ever, no matter what I do. Whether I get donations, whether I don't get donations, whether I acknowledge donations, don't acknowledge donations, do shout outs, don't do shout outs, comment on this, comment on that. It doesn't matter. There will be a certain percentage that will just attack, because that's the mode, and that's the operation, and that's the way it goes. And it's on every channel on YouTube. It's the price you pay. And if you let it get to you, you're not lasting very long on YouTube. I've been on YouTube now for over 3.5 years with this channel, and I got my share of hatred here. Did I ever tell you about the time I got swatted? I've been swatted. Have you been swatted? Have you ever had a favorite YouTuber of yours have a gun pointed to their head? I have. Yes, I have. With this channel right here, this little channel, Uncle Bruce and Jen had guns pointed at us by cops because a viewer phoned in a bogus claim that there was something really bad happening here, and these guys were nervous, and they came over here. And we were swatted live on the air. I was live talking to my viewers on Traveling with Bruce live. And there was a knock on the door, and it wasn't that kind of knock you hear from Girl Guide cookies, like little, you want to buy some cookies? It wasn't that kind of knock. It was kind of the kind of knock that told you that someone really wanted to talk to you right now, and we're not waiting very long before we start kicking the door in. And they didn't wait very long. They started kicking the door. And Jen, who was in the back, I'm yelling at her, going, Jen, head down there, see what's going on. I'm on the air. She went down the stairs. By the time she got down to the stairs, the door frame was starting to shake because it was about to go. And she looked out the window beside the door, and there were 2 officers there who immediately recognized someone in the window, and they backed up and said, come on out, come on out. And she came out, and they had their pistols right at her forehead, 2 of them, within 5 feet. and said, we got a call. There's a problem here. Is everything all right? And who are you? And blah, blah, blah. And she had her hands up. And by that point in time, I started coming down because I'm wondering, I could hear the yelling. I came downstairs, and then they immediately pointed the guns at me because now she was no threat to them. Now I had the pistols pointed right here from 5 feet away from 2 officers. And I'm holding up my hands. I said, hey guys, how you doing? I'm a YouTuber. I think we've just been swatted. And they went, oh, and down came the guns. They put them in their holsters, and they told us what happened. And they said, do you mind if we look around? I said, come on in. Come on in the house. Walk around the house all you want. Look at every closet. I couldn't care less. You're not going to find any weapons here yet. Come on in. Check it out. And they came in. And I said, I got to go back on the air because I'm still on the air. I came back and sat down here, talked to my viewers, and they were just stunned. They couldn't believe it. I think we had 180 people watching at the time. That's all it was. We got swatted with an audience of 180 people because some folks will stop at nothing to make their point or to assert authority, to threaten, to scare, to intimidate, to whatever they want to do. And I said to the officer, were you able to trace the call? He said, yep, they're on it. And we've sent all the info. It's going to Ottawa. It's going to CSIS, which is like the CIA, FBI of Canada. They're on it. And we have cooperation agreements around the world with everybody. Sooner or later, we'll put it all together. I said, great, get the guy, girl, whatever it was. And that's how it went. So I've been swatted. I know the hatred that is out there. It is vile. It is scary. And Jen really worries about it. She keeps looking at me going, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure? Is this really what we want to be doing with our lives? And I'm going, well, it's a price you got to pay. You gotta accept that the Looney Tunes are out there, and they're going to hate you, and they're not going to believe you, and they're just will not, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter how you do what you say, they will never, ever, ever be on your side. There will be hatred, and I still get thumbs downs on the other channel. I talk about cruise ships over there. Cruise ships. Yeah, well, that's the way it is. And so, kids, your Uncle Brucey's been around a while, and he's been doing this a while, and he knows that there's a certain slight percentage of the tiniest amount where they're unhinged, and they're listening to this story going, good, I'm glad it happened to you, you bugger. It's what you deserve, and if I could do it to you, I'd do it to you too. I know it. It's out there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. In any event, welcome to the world of a YouTuber, and I don't know what else to tell you. We open in 8 minutes. I can tell you that we're opening in 8 minutes, and AMC is at $12.17. It's up $1.01. Again, I'm so happy for those out there who are into AMC. I'm just praying that the higher it goes, more of you are breaking even and maybe ahead of the game. Get your money off the table. Just be playing with house money. Don't be playing with yours. I'm praying. I know only a small percentage of you will listen to me and follow me on that. Most of you won't, because you're going to be, I know what it is. I know how it is in Las Vegas. I know how it is at the betting window, at the racetrack. I know how it is in the stock market. I've been on the front lines. I've seen it myself. I was the licensed broker and the VP of the company who had to protect the company's assets. It is what it is. GameStop is $278.68, up $14 a share. That's the good news. The bad news is GameStop is traded 466,000 shares, which tells me there's not a huge demand on the pre-market. But on the other hand, good news is there isn't a lot of stock for sale either. So GameStop isn't being slammed with all kinds of people trying to get out. So back and forth goes the positives, the negatives. AMC's traded 5.8 million shares in the pre-market, and I'm happy to see it. The other thing about AMC versus GameStop, here's the big difference. With GameStop, you want to play GameStop, you got to come up with $278 a share. So there are viewers of mine that have 1 share, 5 shares, 15 shares that they bought, much lower prices. You want to buy 10 shares of GameStop right now, $2,800. You want to buy 100? Add it up, $28,000. You want to buy 100 shares of AMC, $1,200, and you can write a contract against AMC. So you can buy $1,200 of the stock and then write a contract and probably get $1 a share on premium for a 1 month out contract around 12 or 12.50 or something like that. You can play the big boy game with only $1,200. Will you become a millionaire with a 100 share purchase? No, you will not. It will not go to $100,000 a share and you're going to have 100 shares and become a multimillionaire. That is not going to happen. But if AMC goes up $6 a share from here, you're up 50% on your investment, no matter how much you're putting in there, how little or how much. And you can play the options in the meantime and learn how to do it if that's what you want to do. If you're an option buyer of AMC, and there are a lot of you out there that you don't even have enough money to buy 500 shares. You're putting a couple of $1,000 into AMC on contracts. You're buying 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s this week, next week, the week after that. I get it. I know it's the leverage game. You can leverage 3 or 4 or 500 shares for not a lot of money to take the chance on a payoff. I hear you. Everyone's looking for the lottery. The problem is you're not alone. And the street on the other side of this trade, because everything you buy, someone else is selling you. And my hunch is that there is a portion of the sellers who are letting you into this game, who are sitting back going, go ahead, buddy. I'm the casino. I've got the building. I own the slot machines. And I know you only have a limited amount of time and patience and nerve to play this game. And eventually I will win because my hedge fund or my investment fund or the very well-funded investor who's on the opposite side of your trade, I have enough money to live the rest of my life in pure comfort. And the money I'm using to go against your position is chump change to me. I lose it all. It doesn't matter. It makes no difference. I don't have to give up my Bentley. I don't have to give up my big house. I don't give up my summer vacays. I don't give up my exotic trips. My wife is still, doing whatever she wants to do. We got the dough, buddy, but we got time, something you might not have, especially if you're over leveraged and you're gambling your $1,400 stimulus check, taking a shot on this thing. You're in a hurry. Whether the hurry is a week, the hurry is a month, the hurry is 3 months. You're in a hurry. The seller on the other side has got years to wait it out. And if it takes a year for this stock to go from 12 to 14 to 16 back to 5, they'll wait it out. And they won't buy it back at 12 or 11 or 10. No, they're going for the big score, but they can afford to get the big score. They got all the time in the world to wait for it to come in. And that's the game that you're into right now with AMC in particular, because corporately speaking, there are pressures on the company's management. And to me, when the number one shareholder of the company bails out of their voting position, because they're no richer by shifting from Class B to Class A shares. They're no richer. It's just a 1-for-1 split, 1-for-1 rollover. They've just given up 35% voting power in the company to go down to a 9.9% voting position, which is magically under 10%, which is another very interesting number when it comes to SEC filing requirements. That's telling me these guys have walked. They have walked. And that's telling me that it might be that at any time they might offer their stock as a block to someone else. You can't take Class A's and turn them back into Class B's. You can't do that. The only way you're going to get Class B's is if the treasury of the company were to issue Class B's. But the only thing I've seen on what the company is going to do with its stock is they're going to issue a 500 million more shares to be potentially sold out there, which tells me they may be up to 700 or 800 million shares outstanding in the next year or so if they need to keep raising cash, and they'll sell stock at whatever price they can get for it to continue to, unfortunately, will dilute everybody that's in it to keep the doors open to stay alive. And that's what they have to do. That's what the cruise lines have done. They've diluted themselves to 50, 60% each, and their shares are at high levels because people are all excited about going cruising again. And there are analysts going, oh, the pent-up demand for cruise ships is incredible. The reality is they're not sailing for another year. They might talk about, even the chairman of, the president of Carnival today, oh, we could be up and running by the end of the year. Ain't going to happen. Not going to happen by the end of the year. They'll be lucky to have half their fleet up by January, February of next year. just the way it looks to me now, because Europe is off the table and Alaska, Canada is off the table this whole year. And then the variance. So there you have it. Anyway, we're getting ready to open. That's Bruce's 1 hour opening rant, brought to you by me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tolerating me. Thank you for these donations that have come in. Whether you like them or not, people like me, and I love you for it. I don't own any stock. Again, I'm telling you, I don't own any stock in any company. I don't trade options. I don't have ETFs. Jen doesn't do anything. We don't own stock, so I can freely sit here and tell you what I think is going on. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't. It's just my opinion. Lump it, like it or lump it. It is what it is, and we're just going to see what happens. We're about to open right now. The bell just went off. There goes the heat index board. What is happening with the stocks? GameStop, $2.75 a share is the opening salvo right now, up $11.02. Happy to see it. AMC, let's pop it up here. $12.10, up 94 cents. Go AMC, please God, go AMC to help my viewers and help other people's viewers. Please go AMC. It's $11.96 on 8 million on the opening salvo, and I'm very happy to see AMC start with a gain, and I hope it goes even higher. Will it? I don't know. GameStop, $275.69, up $11.19. The Dow and the markets, let's take a look here. The Dow is up 107 points. It'll continue to go higher. Every day, no, but it'll continue to go higher. S&P 500 at up 2.88. That's, again, record territory range. NASDAQ is up 3.5 points, still below its record by about 4 or 5%, but it will hit new highs because of the amount of cash coming into this market. Unbelievable amounts of money coming into this market in the next, between now and about 60 days from now. 150 billion expected just from the initial check distribution of the big stimulus program. Fantastic for the markets. Long-term game plan, that will be determined. How well will the economy do in the United States because of this cash coming in? I think very well. What will it mean to the markets? I think it'll help the bottom line of a lot of corporations. So I'm happy about that. So I'm bullish. I'm bullish on the economy. I'm bullish on the big picture of the market. Yep, I'm bullish. Will I be bullish on every single stock you trade? Nope, I will not. There will definitely be winners who will win more. Some will win less. The other thing to remember, kids, is every month, $15 billion comes into the stock market through natural economic conditions. Those of you out there who are employed with employers who offer you the opportunity to take some of your salary and put it into a staff savings plan or some kind of an investment plan the firm has, they match some of it or all of it or whatever they're doing. That is what I'm talking about. That collectively throughout all the USA and whatnot, $15 billion a month gathers up in little amounts into pots of cash going to professional money managers. That might be pension fund managers, mutual fund managers, ETFs, and so on. That's what your employment savings plans could be into. Some of you are into just a company stock. I get all that, but others just diversified out. That's a natural every month thing. 15 billion gets handed to professional money managers who are very patient and are very well educated, have all the research at their disposal, and they make their buying decisions. This 150 billion I'm talking about, this $1,400 stimulus check thing that's happening where a whole bunch of this money is coming to the market, is not going to any of these guys. This money is going to individual investors like you who are now deciding what to do with this money. What should I buy? What should I sell? And how should I do it? And this is the Wild West. And because pension fund managers are sitting there going, where do you think they're going to put the money? And there are some pundits, I'm sure over here at CNBC, and their guests are going, we know a bunch of that money is going into the Robinhoods, the Fidelities, the Schwab platform accounts. These folks are going to buy the meme stocks. They're going to buy whatever their contemporaries are talking about on Reddit, on Wall Street Bets, on GameStop stock Reddit, on AMC stock Reddit sites, on Stock Markets with Bruce, Uncle Bruce. They're going to follow me and follow others, and they're just going to go with the flow like they always go with the flow, but not all of it. There's just a sliver of that. Most of this money is just going into the market, wherever it's going to go, however it's going to go, and it's going to move markets. It's going to move indices. It's going to create a good cash environment in the market. GameStop right now, 280 up 16 bucks. It has fluctuated already between a low of 270 and 282. The stock has not had a 10% drop today, and I don't know if it'll have one at all for the so-called short seller restriction list. It all depends. But right now, 281 to 282 looks like what GameStop is up to. AMC 1259 up $1.43. I couldn't be happier. I'm telling you again, I will keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. I'm happy to see the price go up on AMC because I absolutely know how many of you out there are over leveraged into this stock, and you need every penny you can get to either break even or make some money, and hopefully you're making a score. And I'm praying that any of you are in this position with the stock performing like it is, that you are getting out of there with some of your cash. Be unleveraged. Please get unleveraged and save yourselves, because from 12 to 13 to $8, 24, 48 hours. That's all it would take on just an attack by a short seller, hedge funds jamming into this thing, a state reimposing a closure. If New York came out and said, we're shutting down all the movie theaters, that shock could pop this thing down $2 a share in 15 minutes, and you're dead. You're dead. It's not coming back for a while. You gotta be unleveraged. I am telling you, 17 million traded on the stock. That doesn't surprise me. There's 400 million out there, plus whatever is out there on top of the shorts and everything else. It could be 600 million floating around on AMC easily, maybe 700 million floating around. Yeah, of course you're going to get this kind of volume. On GameStop, it's 70 million shares from the company, plus whatever is being played without the open street. I've been speculating 200 million, and I think that's the high number. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's my speculation, and that's how the stock can trade as much as it does. GameStop has now traded 1.3 million this morning. Just to give you an idea, it's up $13 a share at 277 at this second in time. So there's your difference between one and the other. One trades millions more because there are hundreds of millions of more shares, and they're cheap to buy. They don't trade at 270 each, at 278 a piece. They trade at 1250. So of course you can trade 10 times as many volume, 20 times as many volume on AMC, and it'll give you the appearance of incredible power and strength. But when you add up the dollars of how many dollars of AMC are trading hands versus the dollars of GameStop or the dollars of other shares that you're following, then you have a better perspective to really compare just how much action is in this market for these individual securities, right? That's what we used to do when we were on the trading desk. We used to laugh when brokers come to us on the trading desk going, oh yeah, it's stock I'm following, traded 2 million shares. I'm going, yeah, it's 45 cents a share. You're into a penny mining stock that has nothing. And you're hyped into this thing because it was 15 cents last week, and you got taken up for lunch by a couple of promoters you thought are clients. You're thinking they're going to open accounts with you. They're hyping you into this deal. You're putting all your clients into this thing now like crazy at 40 and 45. They're selling it to you. You have no idea they're selling it to you, but they're going to be your best friend for as long as that thing keeps going. But once it starts topping out, they're busy. They're in a meeting. They can't take your call right now. Oh, he's out of town. He's at the mining site. They're working on the next assay result. You can never talk to the promoter again because it's going right back to 15 cents a share because they got nothing. And that's what the brokers used to do in my day to get sucked in. And I would sit there as a desk chair and go, if I was ever the manager of this brokerage company, would I change the place around here? I wouldn't let these guys get into this garbage because we knew who all the promoters were. As desk traders, we knew. Floor traders knew. Brokers who had any experience in the business, they all knew the characters. They all know the guys because it's a small town. It's a small business. We all knew them. Today, you don't know them. You don't know who they are. It's all electronic. It's all a click away. You're just walking in blind, hoping for the best. I get it. I understand it. I follow it. And I'm excited for you if you're making money. I really am. If you're making money on these stocks that are going to the moon with no corporate anything, great. Great. But take the money. I mean, if you're making the money, take the money and get into something a little more solid, longer term. And it might be boring, but you're going to be around a while. Anyway, I don't know. How many people didn't sell AMC at 20? Most of you. Most of you didn't sell, and it came back. Now, same thing with GameStop. It went to 500 a share in the pre-market or aftermarket. It got to 480 something. Did everyone get out at 450 to 480? No, they didn't. Did they know that that was the high? No, they didn't. They didn't know AMC was the high at 20 either. No, they didn't. Got it. I get it. I understand it. But I was pleading with people in January who were holding GameStop, begging people, start selling 1/10, 1/4, 1/3 of your stock now into this run. Get all the risk money off the table and hold cash, and only buy cash if you're going to get in. And a lot of you listen to me, and a lot of you have told me I did what you said. And when it came back to 45, 50 bucks, you were all sitting there with cash held stock. You didn't have any risk on it. And those of you who didn't listen to me, you got blown out at 150, 120, 110, 100. You all got blown out. They're long gone. But by the time GameStop went back to the 45, 50 range, everybody holding that stock was holding it cash. And some of you had cash left over because you sold what you sold at 200, 300. You had money, and now you started buying at 40, 45, and 50. And now you're up 5 times your money again or more at 274. Way to go. Well done. It's going to be an interesting week this week. Can AMC and GameStop go crazy this week? Yeah. Will they? Don't know. How high can they go? Unlimited. Will they? I don't know. Could they stay right here the whole time? Yep. Could they go lower all week long? Yep, they can. Will they? Don't know. And that's what people criticize me about. He always says he doesn't know. He always says, why does he do that? Because I don't have a crystal ball that guarantees me the results. Because if I did, why would I be here talking to you? Why would I do that? Well, why would I talk to anybody? I'd just be buying and selling stock if I had a crystal ball. I'd just be rich beyond it. You wouldn't even know who I was, who I am. You'd never have heard of Uncle Bruce. But Uncle Bruce is a guy who's sitting in front of a computer in his living room in Creston, British Columbia, asking people to like him. There are 8,000 people here who are tolerating him right now. I don't know how many of you like me. I hope most of you do. Some of you hate me. I get it. It's all good. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. We're at 277 on GameStop. We're at 1248 on AMC. Vector is up a dime. Nav Sight's down 3 cents. Rocket is up a quarter, not coming back. Agor's Holdings down 11 cents. Virgin Group, VGAC up 7 cents. Starboard is up 3. Fortress Value 1009. Down 15 cents. You have 9 cents of risk if you buy that one. Vector's down 12 cents. Home Depot up 364 to 276. IBM up 87 cents. The Dow's up 114. Microsoft up $1.82. Apple down 3 cents. Tesla down 589. Not a lot of movement here going on. It's pretty steady. The cruise lines are higher again. Unbelievable. 93.50 for Royal Caribbean, up 3.33. Norwegian at 31.37, up 64. Carnival up $1.22 to 29.68. And the president of Carnival said, we're going to have a rough 2 years. He's telling, I don't know, we're going to have a really rough 2 years financially. The stock is up $1.17. No one is listening to this guy. He's the president of the company. That stock is up anyway. Bizarro world. How much money's in the market? A lot of money is in the market, and it's getting frothy. No kidding, and it's going to continue. We got 150 more billion coming in here. Unbelievable. People actually tease me, going, you told me this cruise shares, they weren't going to go up. They just kept going higher. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. We'll talk to you in 3 months. Well, I'll talk to you about it in 6 months. I'll talk to you about it next year. We'll just see, because day to day things can happen. That could go my way or not. But in the long run, common sense prevails. And that's where it's going to come out. And one day, it happens all the time. People go, I should have listened to that guy 2 years ago when he was talking about that. I believe him because I was just so hyped up. I was so jacked. Yeah, well, That's the problem with investors. When the market goes crazy high, they get all jacked up. When markets go crazy down, they get all depressed. And in the middle are these guys. That's where I'm trying to be here. 2 weeks ago, last week, the markets were going down with interest rate fears. The Dow lost 600 points in one day, and I got the panic comments going, what should I do? The markets are going down. How much lower will they go? Now they're at record highs. How much higher are they going to go? This is great. Well, welcome to the market. That's how you, if you play your cards right, can make a lot of money in this market by jumping on the emotion button here and playing the opposite side. Be a George Costanza and do the opposite, and you will just be fine. Everyone's buying, you're selling. Everyone's selling, you're buying. You'd be contrarian. I think you're going to love it. If you're a writer of contracts, I think you've got the world by the tail. If you're writing call contracts, I think you can make a lot of money in this market. Let them gamble with the options. You take the time as your friend and be the casino. Absolutely. Anyway, thank you. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Despite my rant, some people actually have given me thumbs ups today. It's incredible. 2,800 thumbs ups, 398 thumbs downs. I knew this was coming. Here's the good news for my channel. Even with you guys giving me thumbs downs, it doesn't matter. Because what happens at YouTube is they take the thumbs ups and the thumbs downs, they put it all together in one pot, and they go, there's engagement there. There's engagement there. We should promote this guy even more. You giving me thumbs ups doesn't kick me off the air. It actually promotes me even more. So I say, bring it on, you guys. Give me 5,000 thumbs downs. I dare you. I'll take it. I don't care. You give me 5,000 thumbs ups, 5,000 thumbs downs. I get all kinds of viewers following me, left, right, and center. I win. I'm the casino. I win. So take your frustrations out on Uncle Bruce. Hit him with a thumbs down. Get angry at Uncle Bruce. Let it all out. Get it out of your system, kids. Ease that stress and tension. I hope it's working for you. At least the stock is up $1.67 on AMC. Thank God for that, because if it was down $1.67, you'd be so depressed and suicidal. This is great. $12.87 on AMC, $12.89. Go to the moon, AMC. Please go to the moon for these people. They need a break. They need a hit. And I hope you get it. I really do. I really hope you make a ton of money. $12.90 on the stock. Just don't stop. Please don't stop, AMC. Go to the moon. Prove all of us wrong that it can't go to the moon. I'm not saying it can't. It could go to $20 a share because the hype is behind it. I just don't know if enough of you are going to be able to get out with your lives on this one. Sooner or later, it will run out of gas, because a stock that goes up too high, too fast will come down for a correction, and it will be vicious and sudden and very impersonal. It will not be polite. And I'm just praying you guys are taking advantage of these, even if you're selling here, to buy it back at 12, get out at 12.80, 12.90 to buy it back at 12. Brilliant move. 12.90 to 11.50. Brilliant lure move. Swing this thing all you can. I'm just praying you guys are playing this right and are not blindly buying and hold and never sell. I'm just praying you haven't got sucked into that philosophy. I don't know. 1302. Way to go, AMC. Get these people some money. The more I'm talking, the higher it goes. I'm going to keep talking about it. I want it to go higher, higher, higher. Go up 13, 14. Go AMC. Go AMC. Go. Make these people all the money they deserve to make. Please take care of them, because I don't know when this is going to end. It's at 13:20. Just keep going. Don't stop. That's great. I'm a happy guy. Believe me, I really am. There are people out there who I can sense who are really into this thing, so into this thing, and they're still not even. At 13.25, they need a higher move to really get out from underneath it, but at least they're losing less. And I'm just praying that the losses are sustainable or are carryable or are not devastating, where you lose assets of other kinds. 13.31, go AMC. Just run this stock, guys. Run it to 15, 16 right now. Take it for a $3 run from here. I would be delighted if that could happen. I hope for the best. You're up $2.16 a share right now, kids. It's up to you when you think an 18.5% move in one day might be enough for you. Up to you. I am not going to give you exact instructions because that's not what I do. I'm just here to comment on what I see and try to interpret it, and it's a wild one. There is no question. By the way, this stock is up $2 a share practically. The Dow is only up 60. S&P is down 0.5 point, and NASDAQ is only up 2 points. So is the stock overperforming? Yes, it is. Did you sell a bunch while I was yapping about it? I hope you did. It's now $12.99. I don't know where it's going next. Welcome to the markets as I see them from this vantage point. At this age, at 65, with all the experience that I have. Unbelievable. Dean, with hedge funds borrowing so many shares, at one point, does their credit line diminish the same way credit score would drop? More credit I have. Hedge funds don't have a credit problem. They've got cash, cash, cash. When they get into a short position, they've got 100 times more money than they need to carry it. They have no problems whatsoever. Even over at Melvin Capital, don't feel sorry for Melvin. They can carry all the positions they're carrying. They can draw down all kinds of money if they needed to draw it down. They're fine. They're in no trouble. They're not going out of business. They might be a shadow of their former selves, but they're not going out of business. Unreal. Edwin Lyons, I'm buying more AMC, baby. Edwin, you go for it, buddy. Good luck to you. YOD8, don't worry about the haters, Uncle Bruce. The blind will follow the blind no matter what facts you speak facts anyway. Thank you. $100 donation. That's very kind of you. And some of you, I know I've seen tons of donations. They've just passed by, even on slow mode. I'm in slow mode. I'm in slow mode. They've just passed by, and I just can't catch up with them. I will try to get to them later today because I can go to another page, pull them up, and say hi. But I really want to be here to comment on what's going on. AMC back to 13.13, 13.15. Great. Please go up. 13.34 was the high this morning. You sell them here and buy them back at 12. Great. If they go to 13.50 and get back at $12, great. Get money off the table and use less money to buy back in and store cash or pay down your margin, pay off your credit cards, pay off whatever you're doing, whoever you're borrowing money from, please use your AMC profits to get out from obligations. And then if you can carry what you have for nothing, can you sleep at night now? I'm really hoping for you guys that you're going to be all right. Okay. Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you here. Minnesota loves Uncle Bruce. Heyman, thank you. Heyman Collection. Love Minnesota. Land of 1,000 lakes, if I recall. Fantastic. Why did the market open early today? It didn't open early today. The market opened. The pre-markets were open. I have no idea what you're talking about. GameStop time, Uncle Bruce. How about that? How about GameStop, Bruce? What do you think about GameStop? Well, it's $274. It's up $9. Volume on our friendly shares over there are 2.4 million shares, and there's just no big time seller coming in. We haven't seen big time buying come in obviously yet. People may be feeling it out. I don't know. I'm waiting for a lot of developments, including next week, of course, when they release their annual report. Just like AMC released their annual report last week, GameStop will release theirs next week, and management will publicly speak at a press conference that will be virtual press conference. And I have a feeling that the world press will be watching and listening in on everything they say, because there are probably hundreds of publications who are following the GameStop madness because it's the lead stock of the meme stocks. And yeah, they're all going to want to hear from Ryan Cohen and what the plan is and what the company's going to do and how they're going to do it. I'll be around for that for sure. Where will the stock be on that day? I wish I could tell you. I don't know. We'll just have to see what's going on. Anyway, Clay, hey, thanks, Clay. Bruce has the humility to admit if he's wrong. He's had valid concerns about the company. If you can't deal with your favorite stock being lightly criticized, you're the butthole, not Bruce. Thank you. I do what I can, whatever. Thumbs down for GME. There you go. Okay. I hope you're happy. If it satisfies you that you're just doing what you're doing, it's okay with me. You can play around all you want. It's great. Buy the dip. Bruce, you got to get off YouTube. You know, we don't want to see you anymore. We just, you know, we think that the 8,300 people here, they don't want anything to do with you, and all they're waiting for you to do is to shut off the channel. We're all waiting for you just to shut it off and go away. That's all we're asking, Bruce. Take my advice, Yvonne. Thank you, Yvonne, for your kind, considerate thoughts. I do appreciate it. You have a wonderful day, and make a lot of money. Just make a lot of money, and you know, don't like me. Don't like me. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Thank you, everybody. Obies, how about get off Bruce's channel? You don't like this guy, you watch somebody else. That's unthinkable. I saw a comment this weekend where someone made a private comment or just a comment on that video I was talking about, criticizing me, blah blah, and then the person reacted to their comment saying, "Why don't you leave if you don't like them?" Oh no, I like watching them. I love to watch him so I can criticize him. This is the thing I love about Uncle Bruce. He's out there and he's talking about what he thinks is going on, and then I can criticize him all I want, and I'm having fun. See, I'm just so happy I'm making people happy. This is what it's all about. Happy times, happy days. We love Brucey. No, we don't. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Oh my goodness gracious. Comments coming through like crazy. Thank you all for all of these. I'm reading them myself, but I'm not even promoting a lot of them. I'm just reading them and looking at it. I find a doozy, I'll bring it up. That's it. I'm shorting Bruce. That's it. People just need attention. That's true. They're, you know, it's that middle child, you know, the middle child needs help. The young one always gets extension. The first one can't do anything wrong because it's the first one. The middle one who gets all, yeah, I know. Neo, you can't handle the truth. Get out of here. You know, your own echo chamber. Howard Stern syndrome. There you go. Yeah. You know how many millions of people hate Howard Stern? You know how rich he is? And Howard knows. He knows. He will never make anyone love him completely. Never. He knows going in. Welcome to my world, baby. I hear you, Howard. I'm there. I'm a micro Howard Stern, even if that. Catch, Citadel issued $60 billion in bonds at 3.75 on the 8th of March. How significant is this? I don't know. I don't know how significant that is. Again, I get criticized when I say I don't know. People go, "Well, he doesn't know anything. He gets these donations, and they ask him questions. He doesn't know. Well, what's with this guy? You know, like, you want me to make something up? Well, they're using the money to buy new jets. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing the money for. Hedge funds and entities can do deals all the time. Maybe they're borrowing money to get into another deal, or they're funding something. It could be anything. I mean, they're pretty big, pretty big. So they could be all kinds of stuff. Anyway, there you have it. Bruce, you put too much energy into focusing on the 5% that don't like you instead of the 95% you do. You know what, Brooke? I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. But I have fun with it. Because the 5% think they're getting to me. They're not. Anyway, thank you for the 95% of you who are the silent majority. And I love you too, all of you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Matt, if everyone likes you, you're doing something wrong. There you go. There it is. And you know what, Vincent? They're just grumpy because you haven't had a bagel yet. See, it's just been too early for a bagel. I mean, you know, it's not bagel time. $2.76 on GameStop, by the way, if you're curious where GameStop is. $13.16 on AMC. This is great. It's up $2 a share. And I hope all you out there bought at $6 or $7 or $8. You're making a big bunch of money right now. Maybe some of you are taking this opportunity to write $14 contracts or $13 contracts. You're taking in option money right now from people who are dying to give it to you. I don't know. Hopefully you bought contracts when the stock was 8 or 9 or 10, and you're way up on your options, and you're selling and cashing in, and you're rolling over your position into future contracts with less money. You're taking money off the table, but still buying contracts down the road that maybe they're 15 options, 16 options, and you got cash in here and you're paying off your debt. Please make money, people, on AMC. I hope you're just doing great. I really do. Anyway. Patrick, here's Bruce. I saw a video that talked about a strategy that the hedge funds use where they can short a bunch of shares, but they're covered due to options. Is it what is it? It was called a box or bullets or something. I don't know what they call it, but I've talked about this for weeks. I've talked about this for weeks. I've talked about this topic about how hedge funds are short stock, whatever the stock is. They then buy calls that are in the money. They exercise the calls. They'll buy calls near the end of their expiry. They're in the money. They're exercising the calls. They're taking delivery of the stock at a set price that the calls were exercisable at, plus what they paid to get the contract. And they're the ones who don't have to go into the open market to chase the stock because they're covered. They're flat now because the option writer has to deliver them paper, whether they have it or whether they don't have it. They have to deliver them the paper. Whatever they don't have, those market makers have to go to the open market and buy it. And that's been a strategy of GameStop, I think, for a while now, because GameStop used to be $3 to $6 a share. For the longest time, it was $3 to $6 a share. Now GameStop has been 50 to 276 today. There's a whole bunch of contracts that are in the money that were written at 100 and 105 and 110 and 120. And so, yeah, there are short sellers out there who are short at 100, short sellers short at 50, short sellers short at 200. They're short all over the place as this market has come back up on GameStop. Some of these guys might have chosen on this past Thursday to exercise in the money calls that they bought on GameStop. Maybe they bought 50s or 55s or 60s or 70s or 80s. They bought a whole bunch at various levels to amass enough stock for exercise to call in enough stock to cover their entire short position. Maybe that's what they've done. They're still losing money. It's not like they're making money. If they were short at 60 and they bought $60 covered calls and exercised the right to get the stock at 60, that's great. But they had to buy the covered call when the stock was, $260 last week, $280 last week. They may have had to pay $220 for each contract, $250 for each contract. So they're buying a contract for $250 plus the $60 buy-in. They're paying $310 to get the stock, which is trading at $276. They're losing money. They're losing all kinds of money. If the option was a $76 contract and it was trading at $200, they're paying $276 for a share, even though they're exercising the stock at $76. It's $276 now. What they're not doing is if they're getting 100,000 shares, let's say, the option seller has to deliver 100,000 shares, but they don't have it. They have to buy it. So they buy it on the open market. You want to buy 100,000 of GameStop right now on the open market? Within an hour, you're going to move this thing by 10 or 15 bucks a share. You multiply that option buyer by maybe 50 other option people out there who are all issuing stock options naked at all kinds of prices. There could be 5 million needed. There could be 8 million needed. There could be 15 million needed between today and tomorrow that will be picked up on this marketplace. I'm just guessing that could be the story. Patrick, you're absolutely right. That you saw a video and I've talked about it and others have talked about it, and that is a strategy. And that might be a reason why the shares are now $276 instead of $45 3 weeks ago, or $100 2 weeks ago, or $130 a week ago. They're now $276. Where will they be next week? $550? Will they be at $675 a week from now, 2 weeks from now? Because all the contracts that are expiring already Friday, and now this Friday coming up, could be. The pattern has been there, movement from $40 a share all the way to $275 in like a 3.5 week window. You tell me we're going. By the way, cheers to all of you from this guy right here, Bagels with Bruce. Thank you for being here. By the way, another little thing for you. You can get this mug too. You can get one of these or one of these, which kind of mug you like. Jennifer loves this mug for her tea. It's a little distorted, the logo, but she doesn't care. She loves it. Up to you. You can get t-shirts with this logo on it. You can get all kinds of stuff on the Redbubble store I have. And the cup works perfectly for anything you want to put in it. I got my caffeine-free Diet Coke in here. It works great. So tea, coffee, you name it. Pick yourself one of these items up. The Redbubble store, you can link through my channel to it anytime you like. And I thank everyone and all of you who have been supporting my channel through any way and every way you've done it. I love you for it. Fantastic. Absolutely awesome stuff. Thank you, guys. Wow. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Is it microwave safe? Yeah. You can nuke these. Yeah. Oh yeah. You can put tea in here, coffee in here, nuke it up. Yep. No problem. No problem whatsoever. Drink more water, Bruce. Please. Oh my gosh. Where are we at here on my my emails? Oh my gosh, they've just been coming in like crazy. Thank you, everybody, for following me here. Also, thank you, Rolandas, Dalida, Bruce. I hope you are well. Watching you every day, I have to say thank you for everything you're teaching me. How can I get a membership on your channel? I haven't offered a membership yet on my channel, but it is something I'm seriously thinking about. You just stand by. We're scheming all kinds of ideas about perhaps doing a membership. Thank you also to Graphic Ape. Hi, Bruce. Thanks for keeping us all calm through the choppy waters and all the knowledge you are sharing. Like many of you, times are hard before COVID, and it's only been made worse by the pandemic. So I've added some of my designs to Redbubble that I hope we all can get into. I would be great if you get a shout out to have the community take a look after everyone has shopped with you, of course. On that note, I've created a special design for you to have on your store as a thank you, which I have emailed over. I have 7 shares of 122, hoping it makes a difference to my family's lives and yours. Delete above, the line doesn't fit, as well as the special design for Bruce. I've created 22 professional fun designs to celebrate making history with GameStop. Please help a fellow ape out who's been hit really hard by the pandemic. Hope you love the designs, all apes together. You can see them here, Graphic Apes on Redbubble, graphicapesredbubble.com. So there you go. Let's see if we can do this. Maybe I can copy it like that, and we'll do a little shout out for that. And hey, check the guy out. You like it, and who knows? There we go. We'll pop it over there, and it's a perfect sized fit. There it is. Fantastic. Thank you for the donation, and I'm glad to help you. And appreciate sending me a logo. We'll look at it. If we like it, we might use it. Fantastic. Thank you all. Shills suck at their job. Melvin wasted their money. GameStop volume is pathetic so far, someone is saying here. Where is it at now? AMC's volume is now at, what is it? No, it's more than that. GameStop volume is 54 million shares. That's AMC. GameStop, 3 million shares. So GameStop, 3 million. AMC, 52 million. Or 54 million shares. So that's what's going on. Of course, one is 1/20th the price of the other. So you have to do 20 times the volume, and that makes sense. One is 3 million, the other one's 50-something million. It's kind of close. It's all relative, folks. Anything. Pathetic boomer. Bruce, you're just a pathetic boomer. You got nothing going for you, man. You got to give it up. You're they were telling me to go take a cruise. Go take a cruise, man. You're all washed up. You're all washed up. You had nothing to say to us anymore. Ghost and stuff. For the same price you're charging for an hour of your time, you can pay Carol Baskin to pump a stock. How about, see, you guys could do that. If you guys want your stocks pumped, just hire her to pump your stock. I mean, it's so simple. What can I say? Oh my gosh. Bruce, you missed my super chat earlier. Sorry. What can I say? How much did Melvin pay you? I don't know. I haven't got the check. I can't find it. I keep checking the mailbox and there's nothing there. I don't know where's this hedge fund money? Can you tell me where it is? I can't find it anywhere. No one's electronically sending it to me. They got the PayPal address right up there. I mean, the hedge funds could send me all this money. I'm just not getting it. I don't understand. Bruce, take a cruise. I love Bruce. Bruce is the coolest uncle I know. Don't confuse people with math, Bruce. Anthony, dude, stop talking to these people. Don't give them time. It's making the people who not like you. More coffee. Oh, what can I say? Uncle Bruce is loony, laughing out loud. Love you, Bruce. My bagels and coffee cup is full today. You're wonderful, Bruce. Keep being you. Thank you, everybody. 1264 on GameStop, on AMC. Sorry, AMC 1264.66 now. Got up to the 13 something, didn't it? It got to 1342. I hope all of you got out and scored a big sale, because now you can look at buying it back almost a buck lower and you can do some flips. I hope you guys are playing this game. You day traders out there, you have your chance here to do a little flip. Maybe you can buy on a little comeback and then run it again. Hey, make money on AMC. till the cows come home. I hope you're doing. Bruce, what are you going to do with your life? What am I going to do with my life? I don't know. What am I going to do? What are you going to do with your life, kids? Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I tried to tell you, Bruce, I tried to tell you. Charles will always be unloved. Shills will always be poor. There you go. You're giving financial advice? Really? A haircut? Should you get a haircut? I want to rock. He wants to rock. We're rocking and rolling, baby. Oh man, AMC isn't crashing. It's back to 1273. Maybe it's going from 1260 back to 1360, and there's another dollar in it for you. Trade all you want. I mean, hey, there's strength here. Take advantage of it. I want to rock, baby. Let's go. AMC to the moon. There you go. We love you, Bruce. Thank you, everybody. Oh, you guys are fantastic. All of you. Appreciate everything from all of you today. As always, it's just one of those things where you're either loved or you're hated, and then there's everything in between. Michael, thank you, buddy, for this donation. Can you talk about quadruple witching coming up on Friday? Stock index futures, stock index options, stock options, and single stock futures all expire. And don't forget, at the end of the month too, we get the first quarter rebalancing of index funds and mutual funds, ETFs, all kinds of rebalancing. The last time we had that for some of these funds will have been back in December, the end of the year. And at the end of the year, AMC, of course, and GameStop were a lot cheaper. They were a lot cheaper at the end of the year. So there could be index funds and other ETFs that are going to be buying a bunch of these two companies to rebalance their portfolios. Fantastic. That could be great for both. Of course, with AMC, there's 400 million shares to go after, so there's lots to buy. With GameStop, there's only 70 million in existence, plus whatever is undeclared short out there. So that could make a difference on that stock too. What can I say? I'm doing what I can to try to answer and address all of your comments and concerns. I'm doing the best. I want to rock. Yes, we do. We do want to rock. Thank you, everybody. And the quadruple witching is going to be active. I agree with that. Lots of activity going on in the triple witching or quadruple witching this Friday. We could see quite a bit of activity between now and then. And then in the last hour on Friday, there should be a lot of activity all over the place. CNBC will be all over it. They always are. I give them that. They do cover that very, very closely. Okay, there you go. Richard, thank you. Keep up the work, keep up your work, my old beat. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I want to say thank you to all of you who joined me this past weekend for my one-on-one sessions. Fantastic. I am really enjoying these one-on-one sessions because I am learning about people's worlds that are just so foreign to mine. Some of you are just doing some incredible things, and I'm just so pleased to be able to talk to you and that you would reach out to me for my thoughts and some advice. I'm happy to try to help in any way I can. If you're interested in a one-on-one session with yours truly, just send me a private email and say, Bruce, I want to do a one-on-one with you. I charge $400 US an hour for the time, and I set it up here right on the YouTube channel where I'm over here and you're over here, and we're just talking, and we'll go over your portfolio if that's what you want me to do with you, and we'll go over your life and where you're at and what do you want to do with the rest of your life is what we talk about. And we cover your unique situation. I try to lend you some life experience that I can bring to the table, and it works very well. And again, thank you all of you out there who've reached out to me and said, Bruce, I would really like to see you. Really like to visit with you. You can definitely catch me here on my private email address. Just let me know, Bruce, one-on-one. I'd like to have a one-on-one session with you. And I'll look at the calendar and try to fit you in. We've got a few dates left for March. We've got dates now in April coming up here. It is, after all, the 15th of the month. We're halfway through March. Holy moly. And so, like I say, if you'd like to join in, would love to have you. And it's Saturdays and Sundays is when I do this, just so you know. Saturdays and Sundays is when I do my one-on-ones. And we'll try to find an hour together to hang out. And I get such a kick out of some of you who We'll talk for the hour, and then you introduce me to your kids. I love it. This is so humbling because I'm welcome in your family, and I really, that is powerful for those of us out here who are just talking to a computer all by ourselves. I don't know, the circumstances of where you're at and who you're with. And so you introduce us to your significant other. You might have a friend who's there. You introduce me to them, your children. It's incredible. It really is. I mention it to Jen every time. I say, "Oh, there was this last session was so cool. Was so great." I really appreciate it, and thank you all of you for being so kind to me and tolerating, this amateur guy on the air here. I'm not the slickest guy on the air, as you figured out. I'm doing what I can, and I thank you, all of you who are, who have popped by and spent some time with me. It's great. Whether you're here for free or whether you're enjoying my company later, making super chats or doing donations through PayPal, however you're reaching out to me, I acknowledge you and I thank you all, and I appreciate it. Right, where are we at now on the counts here? We've got a 4,100 thumbs up, so that's pretty cool. If you're able to give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. We have a measly 549 thumbs down. I thought for sure the haters, there would be 5,000 of you. Where the heck are you, you haters? Come on, hit me with that thumbs down, you pussies. I am daring you to hit me. I need it. I want the action on the thumbs. Come on, give me your thumbs downs. I'm not afraid of them. I want them. Give me 5,000 of them. I dare you to give me 5,000 of them, because every thumbs down adds to the thumbs ups and my channel gets promoted even more. So you're doing me a beautiful favor. Hit me with your thumbs ups. Go ahead. I'm not afraid. I'm not worried about it. Okay, there you go. Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is supposed to be a PG rated show. I sometimes get all worked up. Oh, so much fun. Thank you for being here and tolerating Uncle Bruce today. It's a bit of a war. Oh, savage as always. Oh, too funny. Mwah, I love it. I don't know if this exposure is good for you right now, Bruce. I really don't know. He destroys his following with one day of boomerisms. Really? You really think that my loyal fans actually fall for this? You think that you can scare real fans of this channel away from me because of your hatred to me? Are you kidding me? You don't know the community. You're so out in left field. You haven't got a clue what this community is all about. But what can I say? Bruce, watch your blood pressure. Please, thumbs down because he asked me to. Thank you. I'll take it. Scroller, have some more coffee, Bruce. I love the energy. The rant deserves this. Thank you for the glorious Monday, folks. Thank you very much. These super chats, I know, make these haters really angry at me. They hate it. They say to themselves, they still give him money. I don't believe it. He even asks for thumbs downs and they give him money anyway. What is with this guy? You the man. Bruce is kinky. I sound like Jim Cramer. What a yap this guy has. What a mouth. I mean, really? Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Bruce. Wow. I'm laughing my tush off. You want thumbs downs? I'll give you thumbs downs. That's right. You haven't got enough thumbs downs. There's no way there's enough thumbs downs to get the thumbs ups. You go ahead. You try to get more thumbs downs on this show than the thumbs ups. I dare you. Go ahead. Call your friends and give me all the thumbs downs you can find. Go ahead. Go ahead. I dare you. Oh, man. Bruce is on another one today. Everyone dislike this guy. Please dislike him. Too funny. Wah. I don't know if this is good for you right now, Bruce. I'm not sure. Did he say the P word? I did. I was angry. Crazy, man. Bruce, if GameStop did a share buyback, would that significantly increase the stock price? Well, they did do a buyback in 2019. They bought back 35 million of their shares. They went from 105 million down to 70, where they are now. They don't need to buy any more stock back. They really don't. What they could do now, and again, they're in the control box right now. They're in a real hot seat, good seat. They're going to do their release of their annual report next week. I think it's Tuesday. I can't remember exactly. Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll know. And then they're going to do their conference call. They're going to talk to the world media about their game plan, what they're up to, their complete turnaround, their complete conversion to go digital, to go e-commerce. That's the big plan. 2 years, 3 years, however long it'll take. I don't know. 6 months. I don't know. That's what they're going to do. Now, what could they do? Okay, they could do a buyback, but they're not going to do buyback. They don't have enough shares. There's not enough actually out there. They need to get more shares out there. They need to get more stock out trading so that you have more liquidity. One thing they could do is a stock split. The opposite. Instead of buying back stock down to 60 million or down to 50 million, no. Do a 10-for-1 stock split, the opposite direction. Have 700 million shares outstanding, and 200 million held by management, 500 million held by the public, and then we've got probably another 1.5 billion more floating around out there, shorted, undeclared shorted, hidden through options trading. Failure to deliver notices will just be 10 times as bad. If there's 210 million shares actually trading in GameStop out there all the time, now you've got 2.1 billion shares of GameStop trading out there all the time. Now, if next week the stock is at, say, let's say it's at 350, I'll just pick the price. It's 274 right now. Let's say it's 350, and they announce a 10-for-1. It'll become a $35 stock because you'll have 10 times as many shares. Watch it go to $75 a share. Just within weeks, it'll run up to 75 because of the split. People can get tons of stock for cheap money. It will create a wave right in time with this stimulus program and everything else. Oh, it's huge. That's a $750 price for your stock. Right there. $75 a share is like $750 right now. Watch. That's what they could do. That's what I would like to see them do. That's just Bruce, the individual guy in a living room in Creston, British Columbia, talking to his computer, asking people to like him. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying. So, what else could they do? Well, at $750 a share, or $75 a share, so now they could issue more stock from the Treasury. Now they could issue gazillions more shares for tons of cash. They start bringing money in at $750 a share. Let's say they don't do a rollback. Let's just say they don't do a split. They don't do any splits, nothing. They leave it as it is. There's 70 million out. And Wall Street and GameStop management are talking. The shares have moved up in price. And the shorts are just so desperate to cover themselves because they're losing their butts at this price and higher. They are losing their keisters, but they've got the money to lose. I mean, they got billions to play with, but it gets more expensive the higher it goes. The company issues 30 million shares at $500 a share. Just pick a number. 15 billion in cash coming into the treasury of the company. 15 billion. The company was worth last summer, the whole company, 70 million shares at $5 a share. It was a $350 million market cap company last summer. All the shares that existed. Can you imagine them doing an underwriting, a secondary for $15 billion at a $500 price? How about that? How about that little deal? That means there's 100 million outstanding. That means there's 15 billion cash in the bank immediately. That's 150 a share for all the shares outstanding. That's how much cash is in the bank. The stock isn't going to go back to 40, 50, 60, 80 bucks ever again. I mean, the worst that can happen is maybe 250, 300. Are you comfortable with a new floor? That's your new floor. Now, what do they do with the 15 billion? What do they do? Who do they acquire? Because that's what's going to happen. They're going to go buy stuff. What are they going to buy? Who should they buy? Should they buy existing game manufacturers that are generating all kinds of cash? Should they take over somebody? Is there competition to buy out? Well, they don't need 15 billion to convert the company into a digital company. They don't need to do that. So think about the possibilities of this company perhaps acquiring entities out there that are just selling all kinds of product in the game world. Perhaps they're acquiring. I don't know. I mean, I'm just sitting here going, I'm wondering, are they sitting in Grapevine, Texas, thinking to themselves, well, if we raise $3 billion, we could do this. If we raise $5 billion, we could do this and that. If we raise $12 billion, we could do this, that, and the other thing. How much will Wall Street want to give us? How short is Wall Street really? How badly do they want this stock? This stock goes up 350, 400, 450, 500, and there's no stopping the stock because of short positions and everything else. This company is in a position to say, well, we'll sell 10 million, $10 million at 500, and 10 million at 750, and 10 million at 1,000. Why don't we do that? And we can bring in $20 billion or $24 billion. What can we buy with 24 billion cash in one purchase, or what can we do with 10 purchases of 2 billion apiece, and really diversify this company and really spread it out and go global with what the possibilities are absolutely endless, and there's no hurry to do it. It's not like in 60 days they got to spend the money. They're going to go shopping. It might take them 5 years to put all that money to work. In the meantime, your stock has no downside under 500 a share. How many of you have an average lower than 500 a share? All of you have an average of less than $500 a share. So yeah, you want to hold stock for the long term, comfortably, relax, not worry about, it's going to 40. Oh, it's not. No, it's not. Or like I said, they could do that move, right? At 500 a share, sell 30 million shares, there's 100 million out, and then announce a 10-for-1 stock split. And the stock's at 50, and watch it run to 100. That's 1,000 a share. Here we go. I mean, catch the shorters, super short, and make them buy the stock on the open market to get it back. Kids, it could be one heck of a run. So that's the corporate side. We'll see how it goes. It's right now 273.44. It's up 894. The stock is traded about 3-something million, I think it is, 3.5 million. On the AMC front, we've traded 67 million. We're sitting at 13.25. High of the day, 13.42. Did you get out at 13.42? Did you get in at 12.60? Get ready to get out again. Take another 50, 80 cent profit. Buy it back again. Make money on AMC. It's being handed to you on a silver platter. No excuse not to day trade this thing. In and out and in and out and in and out. You just got to guess what the high of the day is, the low of the day is, and everything in between. Make money on AMC if you can. I hope the best for you guys. Anyway, there you go. Oh, that laugh, that beautiful laugh. Thank you. Bruce, what's your blood pressure? All right, let's move forward. I got these are old comments. I got to catch up. I'm minutes behind you guys. Oh, gosh, even with these delays. Maybe they did the buyback so price can jump easily. I think that was well planned. Thanks for the wisdom. Yeah, I think what they did is when they had 105 million out, there were 70 million shorted. And by buying back the 35 million, that meant there's only 70 million out and 70 million shorted. They stopped the shorters in their tracks. The shorters didn't short anymore, because if they shorted now, they'd be shorting stock that didn't exist. For sure didn't exist, because right now they've already shorted all the president's stock, the chairman of the board's stock, all the board members' stock. They can't get that back because those guys can't sell it. They have to go to the SEC to make filings to even sell. Why would they sell it? They own the company. And why would they sell stock to shorters who are short every share that there is? That's stupid. So, of course, there's a 140% short position. Reddit picked it up. Wall Street Bets picked it up. And the rest is history. The stock took a run. Everybody who held the stock as management when it was $5 a share, and the company bought back the 35 million shares at $5.19 a share. That's all the company had to pay to get 35 million off the street. $5.19 a share. What a buy, because it's now $2.74. Everybody who had the stock as management, and then the stock went up, they either got out at 15 or 20 bucks, which some did, because there was turnover of directors and so on. And now those who are still here, it's $2.74. I mean, have they made money? Are they worth more money today than they've ever been worth in their entire lives? The answer is yes, they are. And they're sitting here going, we're not selling any of this stuff. The president isn't selling any stock at $2.74. It's here again. It's come back here again. It did it in January. Now here we are in March. The stock is sitting here, and it's day after day after day. It's not moving. It's not going down. It's not giving it up. It's $10 higher right now. What does that tell you? management isn't getting out. And so to me, I'm thinking between now and Friday, all kinds of things can happen, which we're waiting to watch, see what's going on. And then next week is the conference call of management, which will be a completely different conference than AMC had. The AMC conference call was like a death watch. I mean, you're watching the president who just looks like he's just been through the ringer, and he's been able to survive his company through some of the most unbelievable horrors in the world. And he's coming to the street going, we got over 377 million outstanding now. We used to have 107 million outstanding. We've diluted our company down to the ground, and we're hanging in there. Great. GameStop is coming out next week going, we haven't sold any stock at all. We haven't issued any stock to anybody. We haven't had to borrow new money. We didn't mean to borrow $1 billion to survive the downturn. We're not like the cruise lines. They had to borrow $50 billion. The airlines had to borrow how many billions? 50, 100 billion? They needed government bailouts to survive. GameStop, we borrowed nothing. We're surviving on our cash flow. We're surviving on our sales. We've reduced our inventory. We've reduced the number of stores. We're going to keep doing that. We're going into e-commerce where the margins are way higher, and we're getting full retail for our product line because you can't get computer chips. We're just doing fine. Thank you very much. We're going to keep going in this area. We've added hundreds of new items for sale through our online selling techniques, and we're going to keep doing it. And we're already selling. We are already being paid cash by manufacturers whose products we offer on our website because of the incredible amount of volume on our website. We have 55 million members of our Power Up Club. We have their email addresses. We send them alerts all the time about what's coming up, what's going on, and they click on it to see the new releases, which means they see the ads from the manufacturers that are paying us to be exposed to them. We don't even sell anything and we make money. We're making money just operating our website from manufacturers, and that's going to go higher because as they take the global strategy to go global e-commerce, they're going to be promoting product for sale in every country in the world. All G20s they're going to be into, and they'll be selling ads regionally, locally to the manufacturers who sell to buyers in Germany, in France, in Italy, in Spain, in the UK, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Argentina. The ad rates differ all over the place. It costs them nothing to put them up, and they're being paid millions. They will be paid tens of millions of dollars, if not more, to operate their website and allow manufacturers to promote their goods and services to the customers of GameStop for a fee. And then they sell the merchandise and make a margin. And do you think that GameStop is going to have a warehouse full of product? No, they're not. They're not going to have a warehouse full of. They're going to have a warehouse full of sorting machines to distribute the product because they're not going to have to buy the product. If you're producing brand new headphones or brand new units, whatever the accessories you are producing, you're going to cut a deal with GameStop on a consignment basis. They don't have to buy your merchandise to offer it. They're going to sell it on the website and have deliveries coming in every week of the merchandise. They might have 3 or 4 days supply at all times, and it just keeps coming into their warehouses globally as the sale orders come in. And they know, yeah, we got to get this out of here in a couple of days, get it out there. So we'll have a couple of days supply, but we're not going to sit here with 6 months supply of merchandise. You're not going to suck us into that. We're not going to have to come up with $200 million in cash to buy all of these headphones or all of these other accessories. Nah, it's just-in-time delivery coming in. Don't be surprised if they start pulling off another little trick, drop shipping. They'll promote product on their website that they will never stock, ever. They will only be the agent that offers the product for sale to the customer. It'll be shipped by the manufacturer direct to the customer under a GameStop license agreement where GameStop gets the retail price. They only hand money over to these guys upon proof of delivery for the wholesale price that they've negotiated. Oh, and those guys are paying to advertise on the website to get prominent positioning. This is what GameStop is going to become. This is a whole other company that I keep talking about Has nothing to do with brick and mortar, a complete departure from what they've been, and extremely profitable going forward. Give them a few years and watch out. You're not going to recognize their balance sheet going forward. So anyway, 274 is the stock, and I like the company. I like the stock. So there you go. Anyway, there you have it. Fantastic. He's descending into dementia. Bruce is into dementia. What can I say, guys? GameStop is what it is, and AMC is what it is. And even though I say good things about AMC, I encourage the stock to go up. I got the haters, and you're at 1354 on AMC. I hope you've made a lot of money on this stock today, guys. I hope you've cashed in. But you know what? You disappoint me. You thumbs downs, guys. You disappoint me. A measly 617 thumbs down on the day I'm begging you to give me thumbs downs, and you can't deliver. I am disappointed. Where are you guys? I thought there were 50,000 of you ready to give me a thumbs down. There's a lousy 617 of you losers. I'm daring you to give me a thumbs up. I'm telling you to do it. You can't do it. Thumbs ups, people. 5,000 thumbs ups and counting. You guys are awesome. I almost don't have to ask anymore for thumbs ups. I thank you all so much for supporting this channel and showing these thumbs downers who's boss and what we're doing here. Unbelievable. Anyway, Bruce is having fun. I hope you're having fun. Thank you. Ronald, can you tell us what the difference of GameStop and SDNA, Sedona? I'm regarding a REFCO scandal. I'm regarding the regulation didn't change since then, or did it? I don't know what this is. I'm admitting it. I'm not sure what this has to do with one or the other. It's news to me. It's completely foreign. I appreciate the donation, but I'm not sure what that means. So sorry. Can't help you there. Where are you at? 1359 on AMC, 274.44 on GameStop. Right on. Fantastic, guys. Thank you for being here, following me, and watching the show. I love you. I love you guys. This is fantastic. What's going on? Oh yeah, someone's asking if I have a San Jose Sharks coin. I do. I think I do back here. San Jose Sharks coin. Yeah, right there. San Jose Sharks. You like one? Let me know. Send a $10 donation US on PayPal with your address. We'll mail you one. Fantastic. Bruce is the truth. Hedgies are scared. Just stop by to give you thumbs up. Thank you. Fantastic. All of you. Thumbs ups for Bruce, everybody. There you go. Fabulous, guys. Thank you. Go AMC 1354. Yeah, that would be great. I'm kind of hoping right now that most of you are even or ahead. You're even or you're ahead now. That's what I'm hoping at 1350. I don't know the number. I can't I can't say, but I sure hope you are. That would be fantastic. Yes, get out from underneath any obligations. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, guys. Alrighty. All these great comments. Thank you. What are the coins? Can they be used at the grocery store? There you go. Yeah. $10 investment for a short coin. What an investment. I'm so glad I watched. These are medallions. They're just sports medallions. You can stick them on your iPhone or to a binder or to a keychain. You can stick them to the outside of your wallet. That's what these are for. They have a little backing on the back. There's a glue back here. You peel it off and you can apply it to whatever you want. I got some NFL teams, sports teams from my old sports card store days, way back when. And if you're interested, more power to you. I don't have all the teams. Sorry. What about VGAC? VGAC right now is down 2 cents to 11.26. Waiting for the merger to be completed. Same with Gore's Holdings. We're waiting for the merger to go through for them. Same with Vector Acquisitions and Navside Holdings and Fortress Value. We're waiting for all of those. Starboard Value, we're waiting for them to complete their mergers. And they'll be very nicely funded with a bunch of cash. And I think we're going to have some fun. Instead of chasing IPOs at $150 a share or double the IPO price, why not get in kind of near the ground floor here? I kind of like this arrangement. Bruce, give us free and specialized info, fun conversation, good vibes for hours a day. What a con man you are. I mean, man, you rip us off. You just sit here and entertain us all day long. I just don't understand it. There's something wrong with you. Love from Portugal. Won't be easier for the hedge funds to declare bankrupt and open a new hedge fund a few months ahead and escape all this mess. After they lose 10 billion, try to reopen again. I don't know if you're approaching investors to say, hey, listen, I just lost $10 billion on my hedge fund. Would you like to invest another $10 billion on my new hedge fund? Not sure if that's going to work too well. Not quite sure. Uncle Bruce, I'm wondering if the split happens, wouldn't the shorters be able to cover their positions when the prices go down momentarily? Well, if they're already upside down now and it's $275 a share and they announce a 10-for-1 split, and in a couple of weeks the shares go to 500 or 600 a share, they're upside down still and double the money, got from $275 to $55 a share. That's $550. Now they're down, another $25 billion. A dip. The dip's going to have to be all the way down to like $5 a share, because on a 10-for-1 split, $5 is $50 now, right? That's not going to happen. I just don't see that. I don't see it happen. If this company can issue stock now at these prices or higher for the treasury, the stock will never go back to $50 a share. The lowest price it can hit might be 100 because they're worth that in cash. That's the same with Apple. People keep forgetting, oh yeah, the downside of Apple is like $60, $50 because they got all that cash sitting offshore, $200 billion in cash that they have. They've got debt that they've issued at 1%, so they don't repatriate the money and pay tax on it. They got all this cash. They've got all these assets. They got all this cash flow. I mean, what's the downside of Apple? 85 a share, 105 a share. You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of light. The more cash GameStop were to raise whenever they want to do it, the higher the floor price the stock goes. It's kind of like a net for a trapeze artist. The net is always there if you miss the trick. And that net gets raised, the higher the stock goes, the more they issue for cash. They haven't raised a dime yet, but I think we might hear about it next week. The shareholder conference call, the release of the financials. We may hear a lot of news next week about the future of this company. And $273 a share might be a memory for you. Not saying it will, but I'm kind of saying it might be a memory. And you might be going, I should have bought it last week when he's talking about this. I really should have done that, Bruce. I didn't, gosh, when is this going to work? I feel most understand they don't understand how a split works. Gabriel, I think you got it. I think you're right. A lot of people don't understand what stock splits mean. Tesla did their stock split when they were around 2,200 a share, something like that. This past summer, was it? Fall, they split 5-for-1. And the stock went from 2,200 to 440, 5-for-1. And then within 3 months, it was 900 a share. That's $4,500 before the split. $4,500 a share. So, if you bought Tesla 3 years ago at $150, $250, when people are saying, oh, they're going out of business, they're never going to make it. There's no way Tesla's going to have superchargers all over America. They're never going to have superchargers in Europe. Oh, not a chance. They've only got that one factory in Fremont. They want to build this super battery place in Nevada. I mean, these guys are dreaming. Well, you could have had the stock at $150 a share, $200 a share. That stock went to $4,500, 22 times your money. It took a couple of years to do it, but it did it. And look at Tesla now. I mean, it's not at 900 a share right now. I'll grant you that. Tesla is now at 705. That's $3,500 a share. $3,525 a share is where that stock is that people were buying at $150 to $200. They're only up 17 times their money. They're losers. GameStop, 275 right now. Lots happening. Converting. E-commerce, big website promotion, multiple different other websites. I've called it. I've figured out that they could do $8 billion in sales in say a couple of years, electronically with e-commerce. 10 times sales, $80 billion market cap company. at 70 million shares outstanding, that's 1,100 share. At 100 million shares outstanding, it's an $800 stock. Is that a loser? I don't think so. Do they issue stock between now and that level? They could. Could it be today? Yep. Could it be next week? Yep. Could it be a month from now? Yep. At what price? I don't know. We'll find out together. We'll be here. Jen.
Is it bagel time?
Jen, I got your cup. I got your teacup right here. This is Jen's teacup. For those of you who are curious, if you want to get one, get your hands on it. You can make your tea here, Jen, if you like. But I think it's bagel time. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of hungry. Like, I'm really hungry. What to do? What's it good to be? I'm thinking grape jelly, being Monday.
Oh, is it?
Grape jelly day.
And did you explain to them our conundrum around this is mine.
This is also hers. Yeah. Financial feminism.
That's right. That's right, baby girls. Get out there.
Ladies, get out there.
Get out there. Dare to be great.
Dare to be great.
Exactly. Yeah, because I wasn't sure what time you wanted to bagel this morning, since we don't change our clock.
Yeah, we're still here at the same time. We always are.
We're one of those places that doesn't change.
Everybody jumped ahead.
Cows don't know what time it is.
Cows don't know. Uncle Bruce doesn't have to know. But I do know what time it is elsewhere. And in New York, you're 3 hours ahead of me. And we're now in LA time. We're on the Pacific Coast time because we don't move. LA caught up to us. Yeah. And New York went away from us by an hour. And everyone else. Yeah.
So I figure this kind of is the same time to have a bagel.
I guess. Is it? I just can tell you what my stomach is telling me. And it's going, I'm hungry. Hungry. The stomach is going, you could use something, maybe it's time for a bagel. So we're doing it. We're going to get a bagel. Okay. $2.75 on the GameStop shares right now. $13.37 on Amazon, on AMC. Go AMC. What can I say? Let's see what happens. How many thumbs downs have we got? 658. What's wrong with you guys? Why can't you give me thumbs downs? I keep telling you, this is your chance. You could really nail me with these, and you're not doing it. I don't understand. Is that all there are? Are there only 658 people that hate this channel? Is that it? There's 106,000 practically who've subscribed. I'm really shocked that it's that little. I thought for sure there would be 50,000 of you showing up today. Thank you for those of you 5,500 thumbs ups givers today. Thank you very much for throwing me thumbs ups at 5,500 already. I know you're holding back and you're waiting to plow them in on me. It's okay. I'll take the thumbs ups whenever you want to give them to me. But these thumb down numbers are really disappointing. I am very disappointed. I thought for sure there were millions of you guys out there, but nothing there. It's just total. It's like crickets. I don't understand. Anyway, there you have it. Thank you, everybody. Oh man, so much fun. Stop hating AMC. Hey, I'm happy the stock is up. I really am. Make your money. Go get it. Run, baby, run. This is great. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just don't know what's going on. Thank you, everybody, for tolerating this old man. I should be on a cruise ship, really. Yeah. Now here we go. 640. See, on the what math guys? 5% viewership. Not a good day for Bruce. I was hoping I'd have 5,000 thumbs down. So I really did, but I'm just not getting them. I don't know. We need a bagel. That's what we're doing. I can't do both thumbs up, Bruce. Sorry. Lots of trolls today. Welcome to the fame, Uncle Bruce. Exactly. If I've got trolls, I'm famous. And my message must be resonating. It's absolutely what's happening. So there you go. Citadel put up $600 million of bonds for sale. Not sure what this means, but we're going to keep following that. Yep, we'll see what that means. Fun times. Anyway, what can I say? Yeah, people are just mad at me for Saturday's video. They're mad at me for Saturday's video, omitting the potential. They're mad at me because I didn't do a full-blown due diligence when someone asked me, "What do you think about AMC?" And I just winged it. I just gave you an answer. What I think. Do I have to do a full-blown due diligence report every time I answer a question about what I think of a stock? I don't think so. I don't work for you guys. I don't have to do that. I can say whatever I want. I can be as ignorant or as genius as I like to be about whatever I want to be a genius about. I mean, hey, you don't like it? Tough. What can I do? Sorry, it's not 600. It's 60 billion of bonds. Okay, still a lot, isn't it? That's true. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, guys. Maybe they're going to do it for an executive bonus. Someone says, you are a good guy. John, thank you, John. You're a good guy too, buddy. I appreciate it very much. I didn't have much time to really notice all the hate this weekend because I was so busy with my viewers doing the one-on-ones. So, what can I say? Thank you, Emily. I see that. Anyway, we're doing what we can. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Dinosaur, Dinosaur. I appreciate this comment because I saw something like this, I think, on Reddit earlier. Someone was saying, I don't get it, Bruce. Where do you get your numbers from? What's this pie in the sky thinking you have? What's going on with you? In the early days, when Amazon was new, and I'm talking 25 years ago, it might be before you were born, I don't know. I'm not sure if you were even an adult back then. Amazon used to trade at like 100 times sales. They were traded 1,000 times expected PE multiples. I mean, they were off the charts for decades. They were off the charts on the stock market. There were analysts on CNBC nonstop for 15 years who were saying stuff like, this stock has no reality to it whatsoever. It is trading so out of the moon. It's the only company that does this. We don't understand it. And of course, over the years, Amazon just kept growing and growing, and they grew into their valuation, but they're still incredibly high priced. The stock traded at, I don't know, 70 times earnings or more now. What's Amazon trading at right now? Let's take a look here. Amazon, here we go. It's a $3,049 stock trading at 72.91 times earnings. And they're a $1.5 trillion market cap. Now, Apple is trading at 30-something times earnings, which would put this stock down to about 1,000 a share, 1,200 a share if they were doing what Apple was trading at. So this thing is way overpriced compared to other stocks, but it's always been this way for Amazon. Smaller companies that are smaller than Amazon will trade at much higher multiples, and that's all I was suggesting. So my suggestion was if GameStop can generate $8 billion in sales online a couple of years from now. And the thinking from the company is that we think we'll be at 10 to 12 billion in sales in the next couple of years as we keep going globally out. Well, then the street will put a high multiple on it because of the growth curve in front of the company. Right now, people are not giving the company a big growth curve because it's a brick and mortar company. They're just going, brick and mortars don't have 50% growth every year. They don't. I agree. And that's why they're getting out of brick and mortar, going into this instead, because they know where the future lies for their company. And the larger their website gets, the more profitable it'll get for them with the higher money they're going to receive from ads that they're going to sell, right? Ooh, here come the bagels. Here comes the bagel. And we got, thank you, Jennifer,
just
for
in
this.
time for the rain.
It's going to rain outside. How about that? We got some rain coming outside. We're at 271.66 on the stock, and my bagel just arrived, so I'm excited. Anyway, I was just using this as a forecast idea. Some analysts will say, well, we like to go 5 to 7 or 5 to 8 times sales. Others will go, if it's a high growth up and comer, we'll go 10 to 15 times sales. We'll go much higher. I thought, well, let's throw a round number at 10 at it, and it came out to 80 billion, quote, perceived market cap. It was 70 million out, 1,100 something a share, 100 million shares out, 800 a share. That's what I was at. Or 269.68. I better start eating the bagel and get this stock going. See if I can save GameStop from itself. AMC 1334. If you want to compare AMC to GameStop while I'm having a bagel, well, knock yourselves out. I don't know. I'm just doing the best I can. A guy's got to eat. A man has to eat. I mean, come on. Oh, man. Thank you, everybody. There we go. They wish they had someone who could make a bagel like Jen could make a bagel. Yeah, they wish. 269.08 on GameStop, 1332 on AMC. Fantastic. The Dow is down 16. S&P down 234. NASDAQ now up 44. The opposite. Oil down $1.10. Interesting on oil. There you go. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for me, come on in here. Let me get rid of this message. I just want to make sure you don't miss this, okay? Okay. If you're looking for me to put a buy recommendation on AMC because I think it's going to go to $100 a share, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to do that. No. My recommendation on AMC is any of you who didn't know me before, when you hadn't discovered me yet, you bought AMC like before you found me, and now you found me. My thinking on the AMC shares is get out of town, sell it, liquidate it, run, Forrest, run. Why? Almost 400 million in existence, only 50 odd million short. The number one shareholder of the company, the Chinese hedge fund, the Chinese investment company, whatever they're called, they converted their stock into Class A stock. They could sell out at any time. They only have 9.9% of the votes now. They had 47%. I think that those guys put a pile of cash into this company through all their connections in the last few years. I think they've run out of connections to put more money into the company. I really think that they've run out of places to go. And I think they're about to walk out. And I think they're going to sell. They might sell the whole block to another purchaser who's going to take a run at the company. But this stock is not going anywhere. There's just too much paper. There's probably 400 million out and 100 or 200 million floating around on top of that, 600 million. There's no way the theater chain is worth $12 billion at 20 bucks a share with 600 million floating around. And there's no way it's worth $8 billion. It won't make them that kind of money. The most money they made 2-3 years ago was like 100 million a year. That's all the profits they had. If these guys can make $100 million in profit, like next year, coming back to normal, 100 million in profit, sounds good. But you divide that into almost 400 million shares, it's 25 cents a share net profit, okay? 20 times earning multiple, $5 a share. 30 times earning multiple, $7.50 a share. 40 times earning multiple, 10 bucks a share. But that's assuming one big thing, that they don't issue any more stock between now and when they do make $100 million in profit again. The problem with making $100 million in profit again is the last time they made $100 million in profit, they didn't have $6 billion in debt. They had 3-something billion in debt, and they weren't paying 12 to 15% interest on the debt either. They were paying 5, 6, 7% interest on the debt. So their debt load has gone from, say, 150 million a year to now probably 600 million a year, 700 million. So they once made 100 million profit, okay, net. If their costs have gone up $300 million a year because of the new interest charges that they've got, they're not even going to break even. Like, even if they were back to the numbers they had and they had 100 million profit, they're still 200 million upside down because their costs have gone up by 300 million annually. This is the problem this company has structurally, corporately. I'm not talking about short positions and buy-ins and whatever. There will be no takeover. Anyone who wants to take this company over has to take on the $6 billion in debt at 15% interest, 10%, 12%, 17% interest. Who's going to want to do that? I don't want to do that. Why would Amazon want to buy a company this much in the hole? They could buy Regal. Regal Theater is probably a lot cheaper. They don't need this. So I'm telling you that even if they sell out every show at 100% capacity, they raise ticket prices by 20%. They get you to charge, they charge you double for the popcorn, and you pay it, which you won't. Even with all that, they're going to be lucky to break even next year or the year after or the year after. And this is a 4, 5, 6, 7 year long-term turnaround. And I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off. And that's assuming there's no new shutdowns. Because if New York State comes out next month and just says, sorry, folks, we have to shut down all the restaurants and theaters and everything because we have a variant of the virus that's out of control again. Even with the vaccine, it's just out of control. We're shutting them down for 3 months. That will blow AMC's projections right out the door, and landlords will be scrambling again to try to get through, because everyone is hanging on for the recovery. Just hang on to the recovery, and when we come back, we'll come back with phenomenal momentum. That could be upended at any time with another pullback. So I'm saying to all of you who are fans of this channel, who are not the haters, who are loyal followers of Stock Markets with Bruce, the stock is up $2.50 a share right now. You may want to sell half of it right now. Just get out a half and hold the other half and see what happens. Because at least, I hope, you've got all your money off the table. You've eliminated all your exposure to the stock. And you're not going to get caught with a pullback if and when it happens. It might take a week or two from now. It might not. I don't know how much stimulus money is going into the stock and for how long, or if that's even happening right now or not. Hard to say. It's a cheap stock as far as $13 a share instead of $269 for GameStop. So it's easy to buy 100 of this stuff, 200 of this stuff. But at the end of the day, the mathematics has got to work out. And the stock up about $2.50 a share right now. The street is saying we're $1 billion more valuable today than yesterday. And I don't see where the $1 billion of value has come from, because they've got $6 billion in total debt now that they're carrying at unbelievable interest rates. So that's where I'm at. That's my opinion. I don't have a buy rating on AMC. If you take a look at my recommendations down here, you won't see AMC down there. I don't recommend AMC to buy as one of the stocks to buy. Am I saying it's an out-and-out sell, get out, run away? You know what? It depends on your situation. But if you're a follower of this channel and you want to be in the market long-term and grow your portfolio and build towards a retirement or a capital gain or whatever, you may not want to be in this thing all that aggressively. You can carry it for free. I would recommend, if you carry it for no money. In other words, use the house money. So at $13.92, and I'm happy it's popping right now. Just as I'm talking to you, it's running up. I'm really happy to see this. Go to 14. Go to 14.50 today. Please, God, go to 15. Take advantage of this run and say thank you, AMC, so much for the opportunity to be with you for a while. Maybe I made money before, or I got in too high, or I averaged down and I'm okay now. Great. Take half your stakes off the table and go elsewhere and just buy what you want. Should you buy GameStop? Up to you. Should you buy one of these SPACs I talk about? Up to you. You have another stock you like? God bless you. You're paying off debts that you're using to carry this stock? Pay them off. Get your car repaired, get your cell phone back on, whatever your situation is. I don't know what your situation is. I'm just, I just want the best to happen to all of you, no matter what it is you're doing. But at this price, I'm convinced a lot of you are even again. You're back. You got your money back. And I'm happy you got your money back. Now, can it go up $4 more to give you a score? Why don't you find out with half of it? Take half off and keep half and let it go up $4 more if it gives it to you. Goes to $17.80, great. Sell half of the half at that price. Goes to 2022, sell the rest of it. I don't know if it can get there. I have no idea, but the company itself is really struggling with boatloads of obligations that are not going to go away no matter what the stock does. They will not be able to raise $5 billion today of fresh cash, because if they offered stock right now, the stock would go back to 8 right now, because they're so diluted as it is that I don't know how it's going to go. But that, you know what? I've been saying the same thing about cruise ships, and the cruise lines haven't backed off yet. They've proven me wrong so far. This could be the same here. We might have a month of a good market. We might have a week of a good market. We might have today of a good market. I don't know. But I'm telling you, from the experience that I have and being in the business with actual clients, I would be piecing this stuff off now. I'd be taking money off the table and saying thank you for this 272 gift today, 272 gain today. It was $8 or $9 week and a half ago, whatever it is, sitting at 10. Now it's at almost $14. Thank you very, very much. I'm really happy, but that's my recommendation on AMC. If you want it, you've always asked me, you always wanted to know. Well, now you know. I've been polite and I've been kind of going, hey, it's up to you what you want to do on AMC. There's a lot of things, but I'm looking at the corporate story and I don't like what I see. I don't like it. And a number one shareholder backing off from a 47% vote position to 9.9% vote position, they've walked out the door. That's what it's telling me. They have walked out of the corporate suite. They're not looking to run that company anymore. They're now just an investor. They got 50 odd million shares in the company, whatever they got, and they're probably going to blow it off. That's what I think they're going to do. They're not going to show up my show. They're not going to interview me. They're not going to talk to you guys privately. It's up to you to decide, because who's going to run this company going forward? It could well be a hedge fund player come in here. Maybe a hedge fund will come in here, buy up a bunch of stock, and just start selling off assets and just breaking the company apart. And maybe that's their game plan. I don't know. All right. Companies have been torn apart who are distressed, and I'm not sure what the future is for this outfit. The 5 year ago plan versus today's plan, nowhere in the same plan anymore. There's no semblance between what it was and what it is. Going forward, I don't see this company becoming a digital superstar company. This is not an HBO. Here it is, $14. Right now, it's $14. No one's watching me. It's only 8,500 of you here, so the street doesn't know what I'm telling you. So this is great. It's 14 odd bucks. Fantastic. I'm a happy guy. If I'm convincing any of you who are followers of mine to take some of the money off the table, and you're doing it, then my job is done. I've done what I wanted to do. Do I hate the company and I want it to go to $1 a share? No, I don't. But could it go down? Yeah, it could. How far? Don't know. Will it make the kind of money that will justify a $30 a share stock price? I don't know how they can do that. They're going to need to earn $1 a share net profit on a count of roughly 400 million shares. They're going to have to earn 377 million net profit after tax, after interest expenses, after operating expenses. They've never done that. They have never, ever done that. And in this economy, the next 6 months to a year, and with the variants and what's happening in Europe, not going to happen. It's just not going to happen this year. Not going to happen next year, the year after. So I don't see them making that kind of money. Can it justify the $14.19 price? $14.20, even better. Right now, maybe, but $14.20, take a 30 times earnings ratio, that's almost 45 cents a share net profit. So they got to earn, you multiply that 45 cents times the almost 400 million shares outstanding, 180 million. They got to make 180 million in profit. They haven't made 180 million profit in, I don't know how long. I don't know if they've ever made that much money. I really don't know. It's 14.31. Go AMC to the moon. Take my clients for a beautiful ride. Folks, you're taking money off the table bit by bit. I'm a happy guy. You're not. It's your call. I'm not your broker. You don't have to do what I say. You do whatever you want. Way to go. GameStop 269.71. AMC 1409. Great stuff. That's it. That's it. Hi, Dennis. Boom alert, don't sell. 923 thumbs downs. Finally, I might get 1,000 thumbs downs today. At least I might get 1,000. I was kind of looking for 5, but I might get 1,000 thumbs down. Because 6 up, 1,000 up, right on. Okay. Oh no, I lost almost 7 cents on VGAC. It's over. Oh no. Oh wow. Right on. Got out 1406, 2000. Way to go. Way to go. It's 1403 now. Beautiful job. Beautiful. Take your money. Make money. That's it. Please talk about GameStop price to earnings like you did AMC. Well, I did just a few minutes ago. We were talking about the potential of online sales. There we go. Commodore, good question. This is a good question. It could be big. It could be very big. I'm wondering about I think there's going to be a rebalancing on Friday, and there'll be rebalancing at the end of the month because that's the official end of the quarter. That's the next 2 weeks. So between this Friday and the Friday after that, there's a whole bunch of repositioning coming up, I think. Yeah. I'm just looking at the chart here. The first day of January, the first trading day of January, I got January the 4th. GameStop was 17.25. That's the first trading day of January. So if let's say the stock was $17 on December 31, roughly, 266 is where it is now. Okay, so that's roughly $250 higher per share. So if you were operating an ETF, an index fund, a mutual fund that's all tied to indices, sub-indices, retail indices, all these index funds, you have to buy a bunch more GameStop to balance the portfolio you have, because the weight of GameStop value, the value of GameStop stock versus the value back then is way out of kilter. So you got to get more stock of GameStop into your mutual fund. And it depends how big your fund is. If you have a $100 million fund or a $400 million fund or a $600 million fund, you got to buy more stock of GameStop to average up the allocation inside that fund, because GameStop might have been worth 1/10 of 1% of the entire value of the fund back in December. It now might be worth 5% of the fund or 7% of the fund. So you got to get 7% of the fund into GameStop, and you've got a $100 million portfolio, you got to get $7 million of the GameStop in there. You got a $400 million portfolio, you need $28 million of GameStop stock. This is what I'm talking about with these reallocations on GameStop, because of how high it's gone in relation to where it was. It's a big difference. Legitimate long buying. Now, the 31st of March is interesting, because what if GameStop is $400 a share on the 31st? That's the day you do it. That's the day you value out your portfolio. So the stock was $17 in December. It's $400 at the end of March. You get what I'm drifting? I get my drift now. This is over 25 times the amount of stock, or the value, the amount of value, not stock. The 25 times more valuable it is. That means you got to buy even more, because it could be 1/10 of the entire portfolio. You're up against Dick's Sporting Goods and other retailers who have or have not had a good quarter this year. Not like this. Could be a solid wave of buying into GameStop between this Friday and the end of the month, just on portfolios that have to be adjusted. Okay. You want the good news for AMC? Same thing. AMC will have to be adjusted as well. Excuse me, because let me take a look here. AMC at the beginning of the year, let me check it out. Here we go. AMC year to date. There we are. First of the year, $2 a share. Yep, January the 4th, AMC was $2 a share. The good news for AMC shareholders, it's $13.92. Let's round it up to $14. Who's quibbling? It's a $14 stock. It's gone up sevenfold. So AMC's value has gone up as well, right? Its cap value has improved, and is all looks better, right? But I think on the GameStop, it's a bigger version. It's a 7-time move for AMC. $2 to 14, 7 times, right? GameStop is 17 to 250 or 350 or wherever it's going to be. Again, assuming AMC is 14 at the end of the month. If AMC is a 20 at the end of the month, that's a 10-time move, right? Same. It's all relative. It's all. I'm not trying to hurt one or the other. I'm just saying it's the same valuation, same way. But on AMC, if it goes to $20 a share by the end of the month, that's a 10-time gain. On GameStop, if it's at 350 or something, that's a 20-time gain. If it's a $510 stock, it's a 30-time gain. So GameStop is blown out on a proportionate level much higher and further than AMC has. Now, if AMC stock backs off to $10 at the end of the month, that's only a 5-time factor. And so that would be much lower. For GameStop to only have a 5-time factor, the stock would have to back off to $87.50 a share. It's not there. So, there you go. There's just food for thought for you haters and lovers alike out there to ponder and consider in your judgment of what to do with your investment. I'm not judging. Headline: AMC to reopen in Los Angeles after a long pandemic year. Well, that's good news. That is good news. Yay! Way to go. That'll be great. Let's hope that that'll go better. Mercury analyst Chad Bainon last week raised his target price on AMC to $5 from $4, noting the pent-up demand. Way to go. Got an upgrade last week on the stock. Fantastic. Stock's a bit ahead, though. Gotta admit that the shares are slightly ahead of the recommendation at $5 a share. Buy just okay. Anyway, there you go. Anyway, there you have it. Okay. GameStop is going down while I'm having a bagel. See, I'm praising AMC so much. I'm taking away momentum from GameStop. That's how nice a guy I am. But too many thumbs downs to know that. Anyway. Adam, that'll happen. I will be producing a SPAC video. I promise you I will. Yeah, just hang tough, buddy. Dylan, stocks go up and they go down. It's just the way it is. It's 257. This is what's going on. Markets fluctuate. It could be that the stock is going to be dropped 10% to get the short sale rule in effect, restricted short sale rule. Maybe that's part of the plan right here. Don't know. 257. The volume is only 6.6 million. Very late. The low was 251. But at 251, that's not low enough to be on the restricted short sale list. It's got to get lower. Stock was 264. We need about a $26 drop. 238, 237 is the price we need. $17 more. It has to drop $17 more to be effectively in the 10% or more zone to trigger a forwarding of the restricted short sell restriction on the stock for the balance of the day into tomorrow. 244. Might $7 more. This could be going on right as I speak. Could be an attack from a short seller right now trying to hit this thing. 236. I think they got it. I think they just nailed it. 236. We have another attack going on. Is it a sustained attack? Don't know. Is it all my viewers who are selling the stock because they're mad at me? I don't know. I doubt it. 231 on the stock. GameStop, 231 right now. Volume on the stock now is 7.3 million. 232. That's where it's sitting at. 226. There we go. It's jumping. We'll follow it. See what's going on. What's happening with the GameStop right now? 226 down 31. AMC is going down as well, down to 1345. So it too is getting caught up in this little vortex of selling. The Dow is down 4 points, S&P down 2, NASDAQ is up 39. So the big boards are not reacting to this. This is strictly an issue to do perhaps with meme stocks. I don't know. Let me take a look at some others here. Bed Bath & Beyond was as high as 32.54. It's now 31.37. It's backed off. BlackBerry opened with a high of 12.51. It's now 12.10. Not really getting sucked in on that. GameStop now 226. The low has been 226.19. It might be halted right now. I think we got a halt going on GameStop right at this moment in time. Double check our halt. Yeah, it's a halt. So we've got a dip here. People wanted a dip. You got a dip on GameStop, 226. Up to you. The volume doesn't seem to be all that incredible. 7.4 million. So maybe we've had a 500,000 come in. The same guy doing the same thing again, like last week. Remember? Maybe. I don't know. It's 226.19 last trade. On the AMC, 1331 last trade. I'm not sure if AMC is halted. If anyone knows, you can tell me. We'll keep an eye on that. AMC did get up to, on the day, 1437. I know some of you had told me you sold some in the 14-something range. Way to go. Again, you could decide to buy it back on a dip if it gives you a good one. Again, I don't know. AMC not halted. Someone's saying, okay, thank you for that. Not halted. Thank you, old Grinch. Appreciate it. 1343 last trade. 1340 on AMC. So AMC is 1345. We're recovering a little bit because of the halt on GameStop. With GameStop not dropping, there's tentative buying coming in on the AMC because they're thinking, well, maybe GameStop has stopped dropping. On the other hand, GameStop could have been halted because it was getting slammed with sell orders, and the market maker wanted to stop the drop to give buyers a chance to catch up to the seller. On the other hand, it may have been the opposite, that the stock at this range is running into a big buy wave, but I don't think so. I think the stock has to really bottom out first before we get a halt the other direction. So I'm not sure if we're done falling on GameStop or whether the seller is done selling on GameStop. But whoever's selling GameStop is not selling it to max out their money. They're selling GameStop to crush the stock. They're trying to hurt the shareholders of the stock to scare them to get out. That's the strategy you use when you just, with a knife, attack every bidder there is without giving any time for a rescuer to come in. This is not a smart strategy if you're trying to liquidate a portfolio to raise a bunch of cash. This is not how you do this. Even professional floor traders know that if they're given a market order and they're given discretion to handle it, they can feed the stock out nice and easy without anyone knowing that they're desperate to sell. I mean, desperate to sell. That's how you do it. You do it very quietly and slowly. You don't show your hand how much you want to offload. What can I say? It's what it is. Rob, thank you very much. The haters and the short sellers are because they fear the stimulus going to the GME. You're doing good, Bruce. We love your content. Thank you very much. So we'll see what's going on. Last week, the stock went from 348 to 172 in 25 minutes with a couple of trade halts. I think there were 4. It came back to 280 within an hour, and it closed out at 270 something with a $15 gain on the day. That was last Wednesday. Here we are now at last trade, 226 on GameStop. Volume was or has been 7.4 million. Very light day today. A very light day. Waiting now to see if the stock will be called back in here at any minute. On CNBC, there's a commercial. So there you go. Nothing much to talk about there. Let's keep an eye on things. See what's going on. 226.19. AMC is now 1336, up $2.19, 1338 or so. High of the in the low 14s, got as high as 1437. And AMC has traded a volume today of about 137 million shares. And you compare that to approximately GameStop's pricing. The two are trading about the same dollar value. They're trading about the same amount of dollars. It's just one stock's trading 7 odd million, the other one's 130 odd because of the price differential. That's what's going on. We're going to watch this, see where we end up here. 226.19 on GameStop. There are no announcements that I can see on GameStop. Nothing here. Nothing here. 232, 236 on the stock now. It's bounced back a little bit. We'll see if the seller is done or not. Laying in the weeds, we're 239, 238 now. Bounced back a little bit right here. Watching 240 on GameStop, which AMC now is reacting positively at 1354, following in kind of a sympathy move here. 245.34, 244 range on GameStop. Up about, what would that be from the low? The low was 223. So that's a $21 reaction. There was a 223 print for the low. It has dropped more than 10% today. So it is in the short sale restricted mode now, which means sellers of the stock who are shorting it cannot hit bids and try to drive down the price. That could explain why it's already back now to 246 on the stock, 243, 245, jumping around right now. Volume on GameStop now is 8.2 million shares, what we have at this point. That's what's going on GameStop. Thank you for joining me. We just had a boost in viewership. We were sitting here with about 78,000 viewers. We're now at almost 11,200. Welcome to the show. We are following another attack on the GameStop shares that backed off the stock. We're watching the reaction to see how it's coming on the other way. It's coming up now to the 248 to 249 neighborhood, having touched a low of 223 in the last few minutes. We just had a halt. The halt is off. The stock is trading again. It is dropped officially more than 10% on the drop off, putting it on the short sale restricted list for the balance of today and all day tomorrow. Interesting to follow that because we've got we are curious to know whether or not Chicago option traders who are writing naked calls, were they exercised last week and are now going to have to buy up their stock. If they're going to buy stock today and tomorrow, they might be running it up. It's now 251 on the day. It's down $13 on the day at the moment, but has recovered from a low of 223. So there was a dip, but it wasn't much. It didn't last long, and a good part of the dip was literally just a trading halt. So we'll see what happens, but don't be surprised if there's a few runs at it. We got a war going on between buyer and seller out there. Billions of bucks are behind some of these players, and they're flexing their muscles. A lot of small investors are just kind of watching the show and watching the missiles going by overhead. 248.57 on GameStop right now. Nothing to worry about. 53-point drop on the Dow, 9-point drop on S&P, 6-point drop on NASDAQ, oil down $1 a barrel, 247 on GameStop, 245, 247 is where we're at this moment in time. And I don't see any news from any source that would indicate any corporate event or anything like that. So I think this is just trading wars going on between longs and shorts. And there are those out there who feel that there are way more shares actually shorted that are not declared shorts through failure to deliver, and also with regard to options expiry, where there are a lot of naked calls written that are in the money. Also, this Friday coming up is the big quadruple witching hour, and the speculation is there could be a ton of contracts of GameStop and other shares that are going to be needed to be covered because there were contracts written naked. So we're going to watch this closely. 249 again, 249 to 51 is where the stock is indicating at the moment on GameStop. Down about 13, 14, 15 bucks a share. Volume now on GameStop has improved to 9.1 million, but very light compared to what we had even last week. We were seeing 60 and 70 million share days. AMC has recovered to 13.60 a share. They got into the lower 13 range for a while. They pulled back. They've lost about 70, 80 cents from their high of the day. They were at 14.37, now sitting at 13.63. So they're about 70 cents. We'll see if AMC continues to recover. GameStop, 249.54, right around that 250 mark. Something tells me that's a nice round psychological number that there's a battle brewing at. I just noticed pass through the 250 mark to 250.41. That's what I see happening. 251 now, 252 on GameStop. It's popping again. Whatever resistance there was taken out like a hot knife through butter, just like butter. Fantastic. I had my bagel, went down. What's that all about? They're waiting. They're waiting for me to eat my bagel. That's what was going on. They're going, we know when to sell. When Bruce eats the bagel, we're going to sell the stock. And then after Bruce finishes the bagel, that's when you buy. And look what's going on. 223 to 250. What can I say? The bagel factor, the butter and bagel factor. What can I say? AMC 1373, 1368. Coming back to that, trying to come back a bit. 251 on GameStop. Everybody, there you have it. That's the story. What can I say? People are still speculating. Who bought this guy? He's been purchased by the hedge funds. He's been bought by the big. He's a shill now. Am I? Really? Where's my money? Where's my dough? Why am I not? Where's my Tesla in the driveway? I don't get it. I'm working for free here. I don't understand. If someone's taking advantage of me, if I got a bad manager, oh wait a minute, I don't have a manager. Or maybe that's the problem. I don't know. Something's not working here for me. I'm not able to cash in on this shillness that I'm being accused of. 1379 on AMC. GameStop 250.75. That's what we got right now, kids. Tons of fun on a Monday morning at the OK Corral. I welcome all of you here today. Nice to have you here. It's Hate Bruce Day today. It's Hate Uncle Bruce Day today. This is your chance. If you hate Uncle Bruce, you hate Uncle Jamie on that movie. I hate Uncle Jamie. If you hate Uncle Bruce, give me a thumbs down. We got 1,000 of them today. 1,000 thumbs down. We have 6,700 thumbs ups. There's just too many against the thumbs of the haters. But if you're unhappy with me and this channel, give me the thumbs down today. This is your chance to really hit me between the eyes. Thank you, everybody, for hating me. Oh my goodness! What kind of YouTuber talks like this? I mean, nobody talks like this on YouTube. I mean, what are you kidding me? Oh man, you're always trying to make the people feel happy and glad they're here, and you never talk down like that to them like that. You never do that as a YouTuber. You are afraid of your viewers. You've got to be terrified of your viewers because they might hate you at any time. You can't. That's politically incorrect. You can't do that. Oh, Bruce, you just don't get it. You just don't understand what it's like to be a YouTuber. You got to get with the program, buddy. I mean, come on. 249 on GameStop. Is it going to go down or is it going to go up? AMC 1360 on the stock. Backed off a little bit from that 1430 something, 1437. So AMC, I don't know. Is it going to back off some more? Is GameStop going to take another run down? It's 248.01 right now. Got to 223. That's $23 ago. Let's see. Or is it just taking a little pause and then going to take another shot higher? This is exactly the pattern we saw a week ago Wednesday when the shares took a real drop and then came back about half, 3/4 of the loss. And then we're trying to figure themselves out. We're getting the same pattern here. And it's like a rerun all over again. It's like deja vu all over again. Why are people mad at Bruce? Because he's a sellout. He's selling out to hedge funds. That's what's happening. Bruce is getting rich because hedge funds are sending him millions of dollars and they're giving him anything he wants. You can tell by his wardrobe. Look how fancy he's dressed today. He's got his t-shirt on. Wait a minute, I had this t-shirt before. It's the new glasses. It's these fancy new glasses. No, it's the same old glasses I had before. The haircut. He got a fancy designer haircut. No, he didn't get. What does he spend his money on, this guy? I mean, these hedge funds are throwing him all this money. What's going on with this guy, Bruce? He's owned. They own him. Dudes here bought AMC at 12 and think they've won and are talking trash. Laugh out loud. Shows how new they are to this. They are. That's right. They're brand new traders. $13.54 on AMC. It is not coming back to that $14 amount. Kind of weird. We're coming back to the $2.50 mark, though, on the GameStop, $249.93. We'll see how the markets go. They go up, they go down. Apparently, Jim Cramer's been fired. Okay. What do we got here? You're doing something right when people hate on you, Bruce. They're mad because you don't tell them price prediction, laugh out loud, and like anyone knows. That's why they're mad at you, buddy. There's theories, isn't there? There are all kinds of theories here. Robert, yo, Bruce, keep up the good work. Ignore the idiots. To heck with the haters. Love Uncle Bruce. Hate. Bruce, you are the best. Who cares about the haters? I gave you a thumbs up just to spite you. I gave you a thumbs up even though you already didn't want one. You bugger. I'll show you, Bruce. I'll give you a thumbs up because you're asking for thumbs downs. That's how you got me going, man. You wound me up. Oh, man. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. Stop being so sarcastic, mate. You shouldn't do that. Bruce has facts, not ego. Oh, man. Bruce, ignore them, please. Bruce, ignore them, please. I'm doing what I can. Oh man. Hey, Uncle Bruce, what are those coins we got back there? People don't want me to talk about stock. They want me to talk about coins. Thank you, everybody. 245, 246 on GameStop. Maybe it's coming back. AMC, 1350, 1341, a little lower. See what's going on here. Colton, love you. You do need a haircut, though. I know I need a haircut. Oh, I got to go to the dentist. I need teeth cleaning. I need repairs. I need to get my hair done. Everything's closed. Up here in Canada, we take this thing seriously. It's a different attitude up here. We still wear masks at the grocery store. We don't leave the house without masks on. It's a whole different ball game up here north of the 49th parallel. Everything's shut down. I know. I need repairs. Bruce needs maintenance. Yes, he does. Because to represent the hedge funds, you got to look good. You got to look good. You got to sound good. You got to dress real well. You got to have a pleasant look about you. Good haircut. Maybe get a makeup person. Get your teeth done. Hey, yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna be a shill for the hedge funds, I mean, I'm representing multi-billion-dollar corporations. If I'm gonna be hustling for those guys, I gotta spiff up. I mean, come on, man. Yeah. Andrew, give a thumbs up for Uncle Brucey taking Jimmy's spot on CNBC. Is he really gone? I would hate that. I would hate to hear that. I don't know if that's true. Is that really true? I haven't heard anything about anything like that officially. 1349 on AMC, 248 on GameStop. Because I like Jim Cramer. He's my age, and he and I have been around the same kind of years in life. He's had his unique career on Wall Street, though. Whew, what a career! I don't know what can I say. Retarded Rocket. Hey, Uncle Bruce, love what you're doing, man. Keep up the good work, bud. Anyone else excited about GameStop hitting the SSR this morning? Give the buyers a leg up. That's right. Restricted short sell list. That was a while ago. As stock is at 247.50 on GameStop. AMC 1341, down almost. Was it almost $1? It was 14.37. So it's 97 cents off the high of the day on AMC. I hope some of you guys got out in that 14 and higher range. I hope you did well. That would be super. Those day traders of you out there, I hope you sold at the higher level and lie in wait and try to buy it again if it takes another run for you. I'm happy. Adam, you've got me figured out right to a T. You've got Adam. You read me like a cheap novel, buddy. Bruce doesn't care about you. He only cares about your donations because he won't read a comment unless it has a donation on it. And Adam, I want to thank you for the... Adam, where's the money, buddy? Hey, I don't read comments unless you pay me, Adam. I only care about donations, man. Oh, Adam. Oh, you are something. I got to tell you. Bro, you are legit. Capitalizing off the hype and not the actual believer. Thank you, I think. People hate me. What can I say? They hate me. Today's Hate Bruce Day. Hate Bruce Day. Someone's saying Kramer's out. Kramer's out. Interesting. Oh, that's right. I got to get those nails done too. I got my nails done. Yeah. I got to get prettied up. Oh man. Hey Bruce, what if these huge dumps are Ryan Cohen market selling to turn around and buy from the treasury like you speculated about the first squeeze? Do you think that the insider Ryan Cohen is selling his own stock the week before he's going to go to a full-blown conference call to talk about the future of the company? I don't think so. I think he's got to do a lot of filing if he wants to sell. There'll be no filings, so no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. Tons of comments. Thank you everybody for what's happening here. Appreciate you. What else is going on here? The hell with Adam. I mean, Colton, the hell with that guy. He didn't give any money. He didn't give any money when he gave you a comment. The heck with that guy. I mean, Bruce only reads comments with money. Jim Cramer tweets someone saying that Jim Cramer's out. Interesting. Cohen's going to tank his company. Okay, Bruce, thank you for your help. What do you say the following short interest public float is now over 100%? Does this not guarantee that AMC goes up regardless of shares in circulation? I don't think there are over 400 million shares shorted on AMC. That's the issue. I think there's 50 odd million declared shorts that we know of, but there might be another 50 floating around out there. But I don't think there's 600 million shares of AMC floating around out there. I have a tough time believing that. So that's a lot of paper that has to be out there, way more. And if that much kind of paper was short out there, then the share should be much higher. Adam, where is your donation? Adam Smith, man, you let us down, Adam. He's real quiet now. They're saying he's we're picking on you, Adam. I'm sorry we're picking on you, buddy. Anyway, it's just the way it goes. Oh man, trading halted on GameStop 255.58. We're halted again. Is that right? Okay, maybe it's a sell wave coming in. No, it's open 256. It's trading. Justin, Uncle Bruce Rogers is buying out Show at 40.50 a share. What will happen if we bought in on Shaw now? Oh, they're buying Shaw, not Show. What if we happen to bought in a Shaw now? I'm not sure what to. What's it trading at? What's your stock trading at? Is it below that? If there's a cash deal, you'll get the cash deal. So you can make some money on it. You might have to wait a while. Bruce, here's some cash for your pedicure. Thank you. I only read comments where people send me money. You see Olivia? That's all I do. Oh, wait a minute. Olivia didn't give me money either. What? I'm inconsistent here. Luke, thank you, buddy. Laughing you know what, off Bruce rocks. Bruce, we love you, buddy. Best wishes from Norway. Donations coming soon. Thank you, everybody. 259 on GameStop, going back up. It's only down $5. It's only down $5 right now. AMC, I'm not expecting a squeeze, William. No, I'm not. No. What else is going on here? 1378 on the AMC at up 262 a share. And there you go. What can I say? What's going on here? We love you anyway, Adam. Even if you hate Bruce, we still love you, Adam. You're welcome here. It's cool. Yeah. Mike is saying Kramer might not be out. Just tweeted about a 16-year anniversary, probably. I'm not sure. And then Kramer saying thanking NBC for 16 years of Mad Money doesn't indicate to me that he's out. Just could be an anniversary for the show. See, there's that too. Anyway, what can I say? Oh, I respect you, Bruce, but you haven't done true diligence on AMC. The fact that I talked about it for 45 minutes at the opening today doesn't matter. The fact that I went into the SEC filings today doesn't matter. I don't know anything about it. Okay. Fish Adventure. Kramer's not fired, idiots. He's celebrating his 16-year anniversary of Mad Money, and the morons misinterpreted it. Well, we have a few here today. We've got, it's bad. They don't like Bruce Day. Put a limit buy I put in a limit buy with $1,000 total for GameStop, given recent volatility. One at 250, got it. One at 200, one at 150, one at 1 and 4 at 100. If no dice this week, rest in GHVI. How's that? How's my strategy? Advice when you want to go long a few stocks. That's good. That's good stuff. You got it at 250. You didn't get it at 200, but you tried. It's 256. Way to go. Absolutely way to go. No, and there you go. Not halted, says Roman, right on 256. Fantastic, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging around and tolerating me today, hating me today, loving me today, not caring about me today. Alex, between Bruce, AMC, GameStop, it has made my entire summer. Thanks, Bruce. I want to rock, man. You're obviously down south in Australia. Justin, Shaw's trading at 33 right now. So would that mean that we still get 40 if it's a cash deal? Yeah, if it's a cash deal. But if it's a stock deal, there might be upside, there might not. The street knows how to play this. There's a reason it's only trading at 33. It's not because you're a genius and everyone's an idiot. Something's up. You got to really dig that deal up. Check that deal out. I have had customers in the past who fall for this, and they've regretted it. So look into that. Cody, hi, Bruce, you're the man, and the negative bots show it. I'd like to shout out my pride and joy, my Shiba Inu puppy. She has an Instagram and a merch store at Hello Nico-chan. It's Love Bruce Day. Thank you very much. Thank you. Love Bruce Day. Uncle Bruce is priceless. Love it, guys. Thank you so much, those of you who enjoy me versus those of you who don't like me. I appreciate that. You're on fire today, Bruce. You're on fire. Love you from the Big Apple. I think you're everything. I love the Big Apple. You guys know, if you watch me often, you know how much I love the Big Apple. Love that town, boy. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. That's right. That's right. Bruce, what's that? What is the wire on the corner? The wire on the corner. You're over your right shoulder. It's just killing me, man. What's on your right shoulder? The wire on my right shoulder. Wire. I don't see a wire. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you mean. I don't see any wire back there. 257.99 on the stock. Here we go. They were only able to push it down to 232 this time. They're getting desperate and losing their firepower. Buyers have more bullets. They couldn't get it to 172. They couldn't drop it like they did last time. Isn't that interesting? What can I say? Marco, I'm thinking about $400 an hour with you. How long is it? And what do I do? Just send me a private email and we'll talk to you. We'll set it up and we'll talk to you there. Here's my private email. Just send it to me. Send me an email saying I want to have a one-on-one with you. I'll send you an email back and we'll figure something out. Fantastic. Oh my goodness. All of you, thank you for being here, following me, tolerating my day. Michael, a newbie trader questions, keep seeing people doing fundamental analysis, pennants. What do these matter in such a volatile stock like GameStop? It is what it is. There's a lot of volatility out there. There's a lot of money circulating around the markets right now. A lot of fresh cash coming in from the stimulus program. So it's going to be kind of crazy for a while. It's just the way it is. GameStop 256 now. AMC 1361. That's what's going on. Anyway, there you have it. What else is going on? Let me see any more comments I can get to. Thank you. Wire on the wall. Wire on the wall. Over my shoulder. The only wire I see is this wire over here, which is for the lamp. That's a lamp there. It goes up, and that's all that is. If that's what you're wondering about, is that driving you crazy? It's just a wire. It's just a wire from the lamp. There's no other wire. There's no other wire. There's no other wire. I don't know what you're seeing. I know what you're looking at. I'm afraid. Is there something behind me I don't know is there? Anyway, my phone keeps falling down. It's just so exciting, isn't it? My phone can't stand it. It's just falling in the excitement. It's just, 255 on GameStop, 1361 on AMC. That's what's going on, kids. Very light volume today. Yeah, very light volume. Who are you working for? Aaron, Bruce, who are you working? You cough up. You tell me right now who that is. Who are you representing, you bugger, you? You 65-year-old old man. you're working for somebody, because I know corporations out there hire 65-year-old people in little tiny towns in British Columbia to get in front of their computer in a little old living room, and they pay them big money under the table to just spew all kinds of hatred. Oh, Aaron, at least I appreciate the donation. I mean, at least you made a donation to do that. I mean, some of these guys attack me with nothing. It's ridiculous. I believe in you, cuz. Frank is saying, you only saying the truth even if it hurts. You teach me how to be calm in the middle of a storm. You encourage me to read and analyze before going forward. Love you, Bruce. Frank, thank you. You know what? You made a better donation than Adam did. So, yeah, right there. Behind you, Bruce. Thanks, AG. Don't worry, Bruce. It's just bots and shills who don't feel the love. Yeah, Adam, Aaron, who are you working for? Yeah. Who are you working for? Yeah. Let's turn the tables here, man. Yeah, who are you working for? We have to have an episode of the Californians. You know, what are you doing here? Oh man, we're back to 14 on AMC. Yay! Back to 14 on AMC. Any of you who couldn't get out the last time, you have a shot at getting out this time. All right, AMC's back to 14. Yay! Clean Power Electric. A fellow BC boy here, Bruce, bought more GameStop during the halt at 226. Well executed. Segas, thanks for all the knowledge and stories. I learned with you that much of the stock market is about emotions. All you whiny people, grow a pair. Love you too. And Jen, we all want to rock. Thanks. Thank you very much. I appreciate these comments, all your support, everybody. No, seriously, who you working for? What do you want to do with your rest of your life? And who are you working for? Yeah, all you 1,000 shills that have given me a thumbs down today, who are you working for? Yeah, you guys are working for somebody. I got 1,100 thumbs up. The thumbs down's going here. Who are you working for? 7,500 thumbs up. Who are you working for? We're all working for somebody. Aren't we working for somebody doing something? I don't know. I want to know. Who are you working for? Yeah, you tell me, man. Cruise ships suck. See, the hatred is just coming out. Cruise ships suck. Oh my God. Who am I working for? Blue Buffalo. This guy's getting more annoying every day, and yet he comes back every day to watch the annoying guy. It's incredible how the haters love to hate. What can I say, kids? It is what it is. You know, I'm sorry. You know, oh, so much fun. Thank you, everybody. $13.93 on AMC. Darn, it didn't go up 14 very much, very long, did it? Oh, man. He works for the Big Bagel. Bruce works for the Big Bagel, clearly shilling for Costco. That's what it is. He's a Costco man. That's what he's doing. He's pretending to talk about the stock market, but he's actually working for Costco. See, there's smart people out there reading between the lines, between the bagels. Matt Longing, Rusted, 17, Daybreak, Furnace, 9, Benign, Homecoming, 1, Freight Car. I have no idea what Matt is doing. You guys are working? What? Are you? Is there someone actually working here? Who's your daddy, Bruce? Who's your daddy? Oh, this guy's getting more awesome by the day. Oh. I'm working for the money, says Chase. There you go, buddy. There you go. I'm working for the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Oh, man. $252 on GameStop and $13.96 on AMC. Those are the two stocks in highlights today. Cruise ships are for the poors. There you go. This guy sold out GameStop. Haters are going to hate. Haters want to hate. Lovers want to love. I don't even want none of the above. I want GameStop. Working for the weekend, baby. That's right. Working for the weekend. Absolutely. Charles, thank you for this donation, buddy. Appreciate it. We don't hate you, Bruce. No, Bruce, move on. You're better than this. You're just better than this. You don't need to do this. Just so people know, Shaw could be low as they would to be too big a monopoly in the sector. Governments don't like this, hence potential regulatory scrutiny. That's what's happening there in Canada. Vida, we love you, Bruce. Greetings from Switzerland. Oh, thank you so much. That's a bucket list country for me. Ridden too low. Bruce, what do you think about? What do you think April 12th will be like? When DFE's $12 contracts expire, I think GameStop will take off before that date so he can sell them. Well, I'm not sure what his exercise price is, but I'm sure he's doing just fine. Just so people know, that was that story there. We covered that. Hey, you see all these donations? You work for us now. You work for me now. Who's boss? Your boss. I'm boss. Yeah, I remember that. That Tom Hanks movie. There you go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for these donations. You're just fabulous. It's really upsetting the haters. They hate it. They just can't stand it. They can't stand it that you're donating to me while I'm attacking them. They can't believe it. They give me 1,100 thumbs down, thinking it would crush my channel. It's actually made it more popular. They can't handle it. They can't handle the truth. That's what's that. I'm just wondering why the buying side of GameStop wouldn't just set a buyer for 1 million shares to drive up the price before they exercise their options. What about that? Well, there's certain things called market manipulation, and got to be careful with securities laws depending on who you are. If you're a hedge fund, you're a registered entity, you got to be careful. If you're an individual overseas somewhere and you're out of the reach of U.S. law enforcement, maybe you've got a little more chutzpah to try some stuff. But if you're registered in the USA, you got to be careful what you do there. You don't want to get yourself in trouble. Charles, thank you for this $1 donation. Appreciate it, buddy. All of you guys, you can't handle the Bruce. If you donate to Bruce, you're enabling his bagel addiction. We can't have that. Spinal Tap. Stock is up on Spinal Tap right now. That's right, man. It's a fine line between genius and ordinary. It's just a fine line. Yes. Lamps with Bruce, stocks with Bruce, traveling with Bruce. We got all kinds of opportunities. Oh, look at all the donations coming in. Oh, people are making the haters, man. Chuck, hey, Bruce, you sound like a 65-year-old Morty from Rick and Morty when you say, man, love the big Bruce. Thanks, Chuck. Michael, have you bought your Tesla yet? Not yet, Michael. I need more donations. Make those haters even angrier. Bruce is working for us, says Naked Formula. He's working for us. He has nowhere else to go. He's going to work for us, and that's all there is to it. Go take a nap, old man. Come back happy. Bagels with Bruce. Oh man, Jeremy, thank you, buddy. All of you, thank you for your donations and kind words and everything. You're just making everyone else mad. Man, I actually have a crystal ball. Lost my original to testicular cancer. They put a fake one in. However, I've been told to stop rubbing my crystal ball in public. Oh man, what a comment. That's funny. That is funny. Oh, thanks for all that you do, Bruce. You are the best. Jonathan Schumacher. Thanks, Jonathan, for the donation on PayPal. You're making the haters even madder. Thank you. Those of you who are picking up items on Redbubble today, I see these orders coming through. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Love it that you're doing this. You can also get this mug right here. You can get the mug in this style or this style. You get them in, you get 2 of these, 2 of those. You get discounts, whatever. Thank you all so much. Making the haters hate me more. Rusty Bison, thanks for what you do. Fellow YouTube content creator here, small channel called A New World, KNEW. Only 1,000 subs, but I notice a lot of people are promoting the Redbubble and Etsy shops, which is what my channel focuses on. I don't sell cruises or courses or shill services, just me and my wife sharing our experiences. Love your content. Thanks for being awesome. If anybody wants to check my awkward self out for their small business chatting, you can find our channel at butts. Yes, a redirect to make it. Yes, a redirect to make it easy. Fantastic, you guys. Way to go. There you go. Beautiful done. Beautiful comment. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work. Have fun out there. Grow your channel and make it great. Fabulous. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. There we go. And we'll get that comment out there right there. Boom. Another shout out. A little shout out. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all of these everything. The thumbs ups, the thumbs downs, 1,200 thumbs downs. This is a new record for me. This is fantastic. If we get to 10,000 thumbs downs, that would be unbelievable. 7,700 up, 1,200 down. Keep them coming. Hit me hard. Hit me. It's your day. It's Hate Bruce Day. It's Hate Bruce Day. It's your chance. We're at 252 on the GameStop now. We're 1390 on the AMC. Trading between there and 1388 or so, kind of jumping around. What can I say? James, Bruce, my morning is 1,000 times better watching the market with you and eating bagels. Without you, I'd be staring at a screen, sweating bullets. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, James. Let's see. Here we go. Robert. Just so many regulars hopping on, knowing what's up. Bruce is getting nailed by the trolls, and he's handing them their ass right back to him in true fashion. Show the love. Also, FYI, Bruce was swatted this weekend. No, I wasn't. I wasn't swatted this weekend. I was swatted 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago I was swatted on the air on Traveling with Bruce. That's a story that I told earlier today. It wasn't this weekend. No. I was highlighted this weekend, though. I had four gentlemen on the air live talking about the markets, and they highlighted my video on Saturday. They ran it live on their thing, and they commented on my video. But here's a fake. Here is not me. This is not me. This is not me at all. This is not me at all. So what can I say? We got someone here who's pretending to be me. Not happening. We're running into this problem from time to time, unfortunately, and it's one of those things where we're getting this constant attacking by hacks, and we're trying to eliminate them as best as we can. It's not easy. We report them the minute we find them, and then we find that they just create a new channel the next day. That's every day. Somebody out there is creating a new Stock Markets with Bruce channel, pretending to be Stock Markets with Bruce, and leaving comments in the comments section from all kinds of people. And it's really disappointing. What can I say? Oh, and hang on, hold on a second. I got to just double check something here. Hang on. I'm so all worked up. Actually, this is legit. This is me. I'm so worked up. That's me. That's the shout out that I did a few minutes ago. I apologize. I'm just so worked up right now, but it is true. Every day, someone out there is creating a brand new channel called Stock Markets with Bruce. If you give me a comment after these shows or any of the videos I do, and then you get a reply from Stock Markets with Bruce saying, check out my Bitcoin thing or whatever, that's fake. That's an imposter. And I have reported 30 times, 30 different imposters using my exact photo, name, you name it, and they create a channel virtually every day, and then start posting these posts all over the place out there. And I just wanted to give you folks heads up that what I'm doing on the comments part in the channel is I'm just doing I might give you like a little heart. You might get like a heart as a thank you from me, or I like your comment. But I almost never respond to a comment because those of you out there, you don't know who it is, but usually it's a fake me that's impersonating me. Okay. Anyway, that's what's going on. Joshua, here's another hater. Heard you got a short position on AMC, or did you paper hand? See, there you go. This is what's going on today. It's Hate Bruce Day, and they're all here, but their days are numbered. Definitely their days are numbered. I'm going to make the announcement right now. There are 8,800 of you. I've got a special announcement to make about this channel, about my channel, starting tomorrow. After I'm done live today, I am going to launch a membership program for this channel. And if you would like to make comments going forward on this channel, starting tomorrow and forward on, you're going to need to be a member of the channel. And I'm going to make the announcement later today. I'm going to set it all up. And I'm going to limit comments to only folks who are a member of this channel or who are making super chat donations. You can make a comment like you always do, no problem. If you don't pay to be here, you can't comment. And I'm doing what basically Meet Kevin is doing in a few other channels. As you can see, I'm being overrun by the enemies of the YouTube ecosystem, YouTube cannot handle it. I don't want to hire 5 moderators to try to handle it. You can see how many thumbs downs I'm calling for. I got 1,300 now. They're out there. I'm not dealing with 5 guys or 15 teenagers that are looking to spew whatever they want to spew. It's an army of people, and I'm just not interested in wasting all my time to deal with them when I can rather deal with you guys. And so I'm going to put the membership out later today, and you can, if you'd like to become a member of the channel, all you have to do is hit the join button and follow along. You go to the about page of my channel, you'll find it. Depending on the device you're using, you'll be able to figure it out. And that way, I think we're going to eliminate 90% to 95% of all of the hate comments that are coming in. It's just the way it is. And as you can see, the free-for-all right now is a free-for-all. It's just absolute mayhem. And it's just a waste of all of our time to have this much vitriol going on. 99% of you want to be here. You love being here. You really enjoy it. You get a lot out of it, as do I. I know that I will lose some people because of this, because they will just not want to be part of it. You can watch the show like you're watching the show now. If you don't comment, you just listen to what I'm doing. Enjoy the show. You can always do that. But starting tomorrow, comments will only be accepted by channel members going forward. And I hope that after consideration, you'll reflect on it. And you'll go, you know what? That's what I'll do. I'm going to become part of his channel because I want to be part of the family at Stock Markets with Bruce, Bruce and Jen, and we welcome you with open arms. I will be announcing special perks for channel members. It won't just be the ability to comment on this show. There'll be more, and I will announce all of that later when I set it up. Just be patient. It's going to take me a while because I have 2 live shows to do after this day is over on my other channel, and then I'll be working on this. So bear with me, and you know, if it takes a couple of days for you to become a member of it, whatever, don't worry about it. But that's what's going to happen. We have to say goodbye to the absolute haters that are out there, and the folks who are just here. They're here because someone sent them here, or they're here because they've ganged up, or they're here because they've gathered somewhere else and they're coming in on us. I get it. I totally understand it. There's a new kid in town, and it's me. I'm the new guy, and there are some out there who just aren't happy about it. And there are some people out there who do not want to hear from a former industry individual about what he thinks the market is doing and what's going on. They want to just hear nothing but positive news about the stocks that they have, and they don't want to hear another word about it. And especially for those of you out there who are over leveraged in the market, I really feel sorry for you. I hope you do well. I wish you the best. The markets are good these days overall. They're near record highs. You've certainly had 5 years to enjoy a good record run, if not 10. But eventually the party is over, and we come back to the fundamentals of investing, and that will come. And it'll be sudden, it'll be violent, it'll be brutal, and it'll be merciless. And a lot of you don't believe me because you've never had it happen to you before. So you're just going, this guy's just an old man. He's always talking about. Cool, that's cool. Markets do what you don't expect to do, what you expect them to do at the possible moment you can't possibly believe what would happen. That's how the markets are, and always have been, always will be, and that's the way it is. So there's the announcement that I'm going to make today. I'm going to a membership format for tomorrow. I'm going to shut this show down now, and I'm going to take a few hours off. I'm going to get ready for my afternoon show, which is 1 hour before the close. We'll be back 3 o'clock Eastern. Is that 3 o'clock Eastern time? Or is it going to be, I can't remember. 1 hour before the close of the market. Whatever that is. It's 3 o'clock Eastern for 1 hour after the market. And then I'll be live on my other channel for the 2 shows I do there. So thank you, all of you, for being here today. Really appreciate it. If I didn't read your comments today, it's not because I hate you. It's not because I don't want to. It is just because of the absolute mayhem that I wanted to see. I actually wanted to see, and I called for it. I actually want to know, how bad is it if I ask these people to hit me? And sure enough, here they are. Now you know. that in only 3 hours and 37 minutes, I've received 1,400 thumbs downs on this show, trying to tell you what I think is going on in plain English. And they can't handle it. They can't stand it. They can't deal with it. And they're absolutely vile about it. And they will continue to attack as hard as they can. And as long as they can come here for free, they will run amok, as you see right here. So there it is. We're going to change it out. And we're going to see what we can do starting tomorrow with the new format. This afternoon show will still be open, but I'll try to moderate it as best I can. But starting tomorrow, we will do the membership format. Keep your eye open for it. If you'd like to become a member of this channel, keep an eye open for the join button. All the details will be revealed in the several hours between now and the end of the day today, and then we'll go tomorrow forward. All right, there you have it. That's me here. That's what's going on in Creston. I thank you, all of you. Thank you for responding. I asked for thumbs ups today, got them. I asked the trolls to hit the thumbs down. They showed their hand. We know how many are out there, and we're now going to, starting tomorrow, we'll say goodbye to many of them probably. But if they want to pay to come here, fair enough. But once you're here as a member and you are abusing the channel, I'll still eliminate you. So I'll keep your money and eliminate you. So up to you. But of course, if you are going to become a member of this channel and pay to join, and then spew hatred, and I report you, now we can track you down, because we can go backwards to where your money came from, and let the YouTube people and whoever else come after you. Just a heads up, that's what's going to happen. Anyway, there it is. I love you all. Thank you. I know that most people here are very much fans of the show, and I love you too, and I love being here, and it's a good time. And like I say, I appreciate it, and I really look forward to the future as we find that we can eliminate the nonsense. Anyways, GameStop 249. Keep an eye on the GameStop. I'll be back with an hour to go to follow up how the stock did and how the markets are doing, and we'll move forward from there no matter what. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Appreciate you no matter what. Thank you. Again, I'm talking to 99% of you out there. I know who I'm talking to. The others, what can you do? All right, that's it. I'm going to shut her down. We'll see you a little later. With an hour to go before the market, and we'll get the close.